Yeah, unfortunately, I was unable to hop out and grab any of those to get an official measurement, but it's a very safe guesstimate to say those were 4 inches. I'm sure there was some bigger than that. Just going off my experience there, those were big ones, and there was a lot of them.
Yeah, lots of hail here with this storm. And again, 4 inch. We've got reports now of 4.5 inch diameter hail reported with this storm. And again, this is going to be the area we talked about earlier. We've had reports of 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts from a National Weather Service employee with this storm. Also, as it's moving to the east here at a fairly good clip, in the vicinity of about 25 miles an hour or so. So certainly not a crazy forward speed, but definitely one that we're going to have to watch as it continues to move out here across the region. Again, this is a very significant storm right now, and we're going to have to watch it very closely as it continues to move here to the east at about 25 miles an hour. Again, we have severe thunderstorm warning out for Goshen County until 3:30. That's another 20 minutes. Tornado warning out for central Goshen County until 3:15. So that's just about 10 minutes from now. Checking to see if we have anything new. Let's see. We're looking at some congested traffic out there, and obviously that's going to be a concern with as many storm chasers that are in the area, Dan, and I'm sure you ran into several of those.
Yeah, I've seen a few out and about. I've kind of stayed on the back roads here and haven't seen too many, but there are definitely plenty out here. I'm just about to Lyman, not quite, but just a few miles west of Lyman with really strong outflow winds in front of this gale core.
Okay, and again, those are already getting into the Lyman area. The hail portion that's produced with this storm is going to be right in and very near between Huntley maybe and Lyman right now. That looks like where that hail core is, which you'd be just out in front of, as it continues to slide to the east here at about 25 miles an hour or so. And again, this is going to be producing large hail, definitely. We've seen that. It's also going to be producing some very heavy rain and gusty winds as well. Dan, we're going to step aside for just a moment. We'll come back to you here in just a minute as severe weather coverage continues here on the Rural Radio Network.
Hail. It's no problem for fender menders. With their painless dent repair as well as traditional dent repair, they are sure to get your vehicle back to looking good. You just never know when the weather might catch you out and about, or when that deer might decide to run out in front of you. Remember, fender menders, if you find yourself in a fender bender. Their team works directly with your insurance company, so you don't have that headache too. Start now with a simple phone call to get the process started. 308-635-7970.
Ashley in Scottsbluff is your furniture store destination in Wyoming for great values on the furniture and bedding styles you want. On their 4 floors, you'll find deals on sectionals, recliners, dining, sofas, and so much more. In the Ashley Sleep Shop, you can find brands like Tempur-Pedic, Serta, Ashley, and many more side by side, so you can find the perfect mattress for a restful night's sleep. Now with 12 months 0% financing with approved credit, this is a great time to update your home. Ashley at 1310 West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Head to the place where quality and value still count. ZM Lumber in Scottsbluff. There's nothing more important than the roof over your head. And when it comes to shingles, ZM Lumber has one of the largest inventories you'll find anywhere. At ZM Lumber, they love Malarkey Legacy and Highlander architectural shingles. You know you can actually save money on homeowners insurance when you use the Malarkey Legacy and Vista Class 4 UL 2218 shingles. ZM Lumber in Scottsbluff, your lumber one since 1971.
Safety is one of the core values at Fox Butte General Hospital. The weather in Nebraska can be unpredictable and change at any moment. It is important to know the signs of severe weather, have an emergency plan, and keep you and your family safe. Here are 3 tips for severe weather safety. Know before you go, listen to radio broadcasts for up-to-date information, and stay prepared. To learn more about severe weather safety, visit bbgh.org. Box Butte General Hospital, great things are happening here.
Our severe weather coverage continues here this afternoon on the Rural Radio Network. We're brought to you by Fisher Roofing and Restoration, Nebraska Public Power District, Platte River Glass, Viero Wireless, and Bumper to Bumper Collision Center. Again, severe weather coverage continues here. We're tracking severe thunderstorms across portions of Goshen County, moving across the state line into Nebraska. We've got Angela Philbrick, State Farm Insurance weather chaser Dan Fitz with us. Dan, this storm starting to cross over across the state line into basically the Nebraska area right now, right around Lyman up towards Henry. The storm is a fairly large storm.
Yeah, that hail core reaches from kind of northwest to southeast, from just north or southwest at Torrington all the way down to just, probably across the Highway 85 just north of Hawk Springs. It's pretty long, intense hail core there.
We have multiple reports of hail. You've reported multiple reports of hail with this storm, up to softball size. So that continues to be a concern for us. And we continue to track this storm as it moves off to the east here at about, again, roughly in the ballpark, we'll call it 25 miles an hour or so. The tornado warning has expired that was out for the region. That expired at 3:15, so that has dropped off our warning list. That leaves us just the one severe thunderstorm warning that's out, and it is for, portions of Goshen County, including Huntley, Veteran, Yoder, although Yoder's past the storm now, and Veterans definitely past the storm. Here comes a new warning out now, just being issued. This is a destructive storm for Goshen, Scotts Bluff, and Sioux counties. Let me get you this just coming in. Severe thunderstorm warning until 4 o'clock for western Scotts Bluff, southeastern Sioux, and east central Goshen counties. This is until 4 o'clock. At 3:15, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from southern Hills Estates to near Lyman to 6 miles northeast of Hawk Springs Reservoir, moving east at 25 miles an hour. These are destructive storms for east central Goshen and northwestern Scottsbluff counties. Softball-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds have been reported and confirmed by trained weather spotters. People and animal outdoors will be injured. Expect shattered windows, extensive damage to roof siding, and vehicles. This does include Torrington, Mitchell, Morrill, Lyman, Henry, Huntley, Hubbard Hills, Stegall, Southern Hills Estates, Scottsbluff County Fairground, and Torrington Municipal Airport. These thunderstorms are capable of producing all types of severe weather, including extremely large hail, destructive straight-line winds, and even tornadoes. Move to a safe shelter as an interior room, a bathroom, or closet. So this is kind of what we thought. It extends this warning into Mitchell, Morrill, Lyman, Henry, and up to 4 o'clock. Torrington also included in this warning. You mentioned that hail core nearly up to the Torrington area. It looks like maybe just south of Torrington, but definitely capable of producing quite a bit of different types of severe weather. We're looking at your live webcam now on our YouTube page and on social media here as well. Dan, where are we looking at here with this storm?
I'm just east of Lyman.
Okay. So looking back at it behind you then.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm looking east from Lyman. I'm 3 miles east of Lyman on the pavement. Looking due east. That's right in front of me.
So still in front of you there, east of Lyman. So that means the storm's going to be even further up ahead, although that hail core is back behind you though, right?
Yeah, the hail core's back behind me. It's kind of surging out. Have some new development out in front. That's kind of what it did before as it came east of Slater, and it really surged out there as it came out toward Hot Springs when that got really intense there for a little bit.
Also, no warning issued on this storm yet, but we're also tracking an additional fairly strong thunderstorm here, Dan. We'll keep an eye on your camera, but we're watching another pretty strong thunderstorm. This up, and now a new thunderstorm warning has just been issued on this for the Hemingford area. Let's get you that details. Severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Box Butte, southeastern Dawes counties. This goes until 4 o'clock this afternoon. At 3:18, a severe thunderstorm was located over Hemingford, 15 miles northwest of Alliance, moving northeast at 30. It's capable of ping-pong ball-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. Hemingford, Box Butte, County Fairgrounds, and Berea in the path of this storm. Again, this is out in front of the main storm, or the bigger storm we've been watching. This really formed fairly quickly up and near the Hemingford area. And again, that's already prompted a severe thunderstorm warning to be issued for that particular area. So if you're in the Hemingford area, this storm capable of producing some fairly decent size hail as well, up to the size of ping pong balls. This is kind of what it was forecast to happen. There's additional storms, we should point out, not severe yet, but additional storms already forming down into central portions of Banner County, down south of this storm, back over towards Cheyenne as well. So we're getting more and more thunderstorms starting to form, and we knew the chance of storms very high today, and the chance of severe weather up there as well, as we continue to watch your webcam there, Dan, and we're watching that right now. Looks like, go ahead.
I don't know if you could see that dirt swirl in my camera. I've had it in there for a little bit trying to decide what it is. There's definitely some rotation there. Just came across power poles were still up, but the power line was down and had started a fire. I think this rain right behind me is going to put it out right away, but there's an electrical fire. It's 1.5 miles west of the South Morrill Road on the East Lyman pavement there. There's some power lines down. All the poles were up.
Again, that was
right where this circulation would have crossed, probably.
And that was where again?
So, 1.5 miles west of the South Morrill pavement road on the East Lyman Road. Lyman East Road, South Morrill pavement. 1.5 miles west on that pavement.
Okay. And again, you're seeing some dust, as you mentioned there. We're watching this with you here on our live stream now, Dan, as well. And boy, it is definitely showing some pretty decent signs there that at least something is happening here with this storm.
Yeah, and that area has kind of moved off to my northeast. I have not stopped. I keep moving, but this rain and wind is catching back up to me. I'm going to keep moving east.
It certainly looks like additional storms have developed out in front of this. We're getting a report of possible rotation in Morrill and ping pong ball size hail that's falling in Morrill. That's out in front of this area where you're at, Dan, and we're seeing some indication now on radar of certainly some tightening of this rotation very near South Morrill right now, which is very close to where you're at.
Yeah, I have that. Oh, there's at least ping pongs, maybe some golf balls falling here right now.
We got a new tornado warning coming out here for Scottsbluff County. Just been handed this here from the Weather Service. Again, this is just going to come out. We'll see if we can get the details on this. New tornado warning going to be issued.
I think that circulation is just behind me, strengthening, and I think that some of that big hail is starting to fall again right behind me. It has the same look as it did before. I'm betting that's some pretty sizable hail going to cross just south of Morrill, just like 2 miles south of the river.
I would tend to agree with you, Dan. We're watching this. Again, we have a new tornado warning that's going to be issued here just any moment. Again, new tornado warning going to be issued here any moment. This is going to be for portions of Scottsbluff County. Yeah, radar is now showing some signatures there, Dan, just where you were at, southwest of Morrill. Here comes the tornado warning out now of possibly 4 to 5 inch diameter hail. Let's get you the tornado warning. A tornado warning has been issued for northwestern Scottsbluff and south central Sioux counties until 4 o'clock. At 3:24, severe thunderstorms capable of producing a tornado were located over Morrill, 13 miles west of Scottsbluff, moving northeast at 35 miles an hour. In addition to the tornado, softball-size hail likely with this storm. Now, this does go out of a ways further than the severe thunderstorm warning in terms of an eastward distance, but does not include the city of Scottsbluff right now. It does include... RFD winds, what would you think, Dan? 80, 90 plus miles an hour at least?
Yep.
80 to 90 mile an hour winds or more. We're watching your live web feed here, and it is absolutely just nearly zero visibility here with this storm right now. We're keeping a very close eye on it. We've got reports of multiple reports now of some strong winds in the Hague School area. That's going to be just east of where you're talking about. We've got reports of fires that are broken out from some of the winds and lightning and possible power lines. You mentioned that one earlier. Another one in portions of Goshen County now. And again, the most significant thing we're watching is this tornado warning. If you're in Mitchell, if you're in Morrill, I would seek shelter immediately. If you're in the Scotts Bluff, maybe the northern half of Scotts Bluff or just north of Scotts Bluff, I would also seek shelter as this thing continues to form and redevelop further to the south. We have clearly some new information coming in as our cell phones are going bananas here in the studio. Let me see if I can get to you what this is. I believe it's a destructive severe thunderstorm warning. It is. Baseball-size hail likely with this storm. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Again, this is for additional parts of Scotts Bluff County. Let's see if we can update you where we're at. Boy, Dan, I could see trees down there where you're at right now, too.
Yeah, there's trees down. There's a tree blocking South Mitchell Road up on Hubbard's Hill. A whole tree across the highway. If you're in the town of Mitchell, take cover. If there's a tornado, it's probably right on the south side of town.
Again, now are you on South Mitchell Road there, or where are you at right now?
I just turned on 92, but 1 mile west of Hague.
Okay, here's the text on that new warning. This is a destructive storm for Scotts Bluff and the surrounding areas. A severe thunderstorm warning is in effect until 4:15. At 3:33, a severe thunderstorm was located over Hubbard Hill, 7 miles west of Scotts Bluff, moving east at 35 miles an hour. In addition to baseball-sized hail, 70-mile-an-hour winds or stronger will be occurring with this storm. Scotts Bluff, Gering, Mitchell, Terrytown, Morrill in the path of this storm, as well as Minutair, Melbeta, McGrew, Lake Minutair, Lake Alice number 2, Stegall, the Scottsbluff County Fairgrounds, National Monument, and the airport, Hubbard Hill, and Lake Alice. Again, all of these areas under this new severe thunderstorm warning, and it goes until 4:15. This storm is going to be in Scotts Bluff here shortly. So again, if you are in the path of this storm, it's time to get inside, and it's time to prepare immediately for some large hail and damaging winds. And very damaging winds, Dan.
Golf ball, I'm out in front of it here yet, but we have golf balls at Hague with very strong winds. Gonna be some wind-driven hail on its way into town, more than likely.
All right, so again, appreciate that, Dan. I'm checking in at multiple places here at once. We do have these destructive storms here with this storm immediately. If you're in the path of these storms, it's time to seek shelter as this storm is moving quickly to the east. And again, it's going to be very capable of producing some very destructive winds. We are watching here at the station. I imagine that area of outflow winds is going to be here shortly into the Scotts Bluff Gering area as it's moving east at about 35 miles an hour. We track that out on our radar. That is going to put it in Scotts Bluff and Gering within the next 5 minutes. So the storm should be here momentarily in the Scotts Bluff Gering area. There still is multiple indications of rotation. Strongest rotation right now, you mentioned, was just southeast of Mitchell. Trying to keep up with reports as they're coming in here rapidly this afternoon as things are going. kind of bonkers here all at once as this storm is really ramped up as it's moved into the North Platte River Valley.
Yeah, that strongest area rotation is going to go just about halfway in between Scottsbluff and Mitchell. It's on Highway 26 right now. Take cover.
I would take...
I am turning onto the highway going through the monument. I'm sure it's entering town right now. All this wind and hail.
Yeah, and you mentioned you're in the vicinity of the monument there, just entering town. So this storm should be in Scottsbluff and Gering now. And our station, of course, located on the eastern side of Scottsbluff. I'm kind of obscured from a window here in order to be able to tell you what we have, if anything, yet here at the station. It's gotten dark, I can tell you that. I do not see that we've started to get that here, but certainly the western sides of Scottsbluff and Gering, this storm is coming right into town and is going to be in the area shortly. I would take shelter as if there was a tornado. This storm has been spinning up rapid rotation quickly and is capable of producing a tornado at a moment's notice. So it is not a time to mess around with this storm. Get to a basement, as Dan reported earlier, maybe 80 to 90, possibly up to 100-mile-an-hour winds with this storm south of Mitchell. And we've got reports still of 80-mile-an-hour winds now in the Hubbard Hill area. And again, this is a very strong storm entering Scottsbluff right now. If there is a tornado, which probably is secondary at this point in time, Dan, with 80 to 100-mile-an-hour winds, we want to plan as if any of this is capable of producing a tornado. But if there is a tornado on radar with rotation, it's going to be between Mitchell and Scottsbluff in a couple of different locations.
Yeah, and if it is in there, it's going to be rain wrapped. You're not going to see it, especially with the extreme winds coming into it from the south side. So just take cover. This is a nasty, nasty storm.
Yes, it is definitely that. We've got an update on the tornado warning here. Let's see if I can pass on the latest information on it. The tornado warning continues until 4 o'clock. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado near Mitchell, moving east at 30. In addition to the tornado and baseball-sized hail, straight lines of winds of 90 to 100 miles an hour have been reported. This is an extremely dangerous storm. So please seek shelter immediately if you're in its path. Lake Alice, this storm, going to be in your area by about 3:45. I believe it's quiet enough here in the studio. I believe tornado sirens are being sounded in Scottsbluff. I can't completely confirm that.
Seen a few vehicles along the side of the road here with windows blown out.
And this is this in just west of Scottsbluff still?
Yeah, just west of the monument.
Okay, again, that's windows being blown out of vehicles. This is just west of the Scottsbluff National Monument. And again, this is very serious storm here with this storm. It's producing incredible winds, an incredible amount of hail, too. In addition to these 80 to 100 mile an hour winds, we're also seeing wind-driven huge hail with this storm as it's moving to the east at 90 or at about 45 miles an hour. We have a new update on the other warning, severe thunderstorm warning, destructive storms for all of central and eastern Scottsbluff County. We're starting to get some power flashes here at the station, too, some bumps in power. Severe thunderstorm over Scottsbluff National Monument near Scottsbluff, moving east at 35 miles an hour. This is a destructive storm for all of central and eastern Scottsbluff County. 100-mile-per-hour winds and baseball-sized hail have been reported with this storm. Scottsbluff, Gering, be alert for a possible tornado. They can develop quickly. It's a dangerous storm. Prepare immediately. a dangerous situation with tornado-like wind speeds, mobile homes, high-profile vehicles, especially susceptible to the winds of this magnitude. They may be overturned. This storm has the potential to cause serious injury and significant property damage. In addition to the tornado, or 100-mile-an-hour winds, baseball-size hail also likely with this storm. Dan, this is as strongly worded severe thunderstorm warning as you're going to see.
What I've been in from pretty much Yoder east to just west of Scotts Bluff is some of the most intense stuff that I've been in, to tell you the truth. So that was pretty extreme.
Yeah, it definitely was. We want folks to not panic. We want folks to pay attention to this storm. We've got Dan with us. We'll keep updating you as quickly as we can. As soon as we get new information, we're only going to be able to report what we can as quickly as we can. Again, 100-mile-an-hour winds, baseball-size hail likely with this storm. At 100-mile-an-hour winds, it's almost irrelevant where the tornado warning is at. There is still rotation with this storm, broader rotation, but still there and fairly significant. Northwest of Scotts Bluff, east of Mitchell, that is where the worst of that rotation is as we speak. So this storm means business, folks. Again, trying to check things out here at the station to see if anything new, and boy, definitely something is here, as I can't really see very far out the window. I've got a couple of staff members here, and I believe Steve Chose is in the other studio, maybe has a slightly better vantage point of what we can see here, Steve. The wind is here, and it looks like, correct?
Almost like night out there, really. And I looked out just a moment ago. The hail was coming, and it was key to marble size. It may be larger than that by now. Very, very heavy rain, and we may have a lot of that wind you guys have been talking about, too. It looks like it's nighttime outside.
Yeah, I obviously can't measure the wind speed. This is going to get over Scotts Bluff National Airport here in a moment. We'll be able to get you an accurate measurement on wind speed, but it is a significant storm. And as you heard Dan just mention, that drive from Yoder all the way to Scotts Bluff, probably some of the most extensive and intense storms you've been in, Dan, and that's saying something because you've been in a lot.
Yeah, that was especially from south of Morrill to south of Mitchell, right in there. That was some extreme wind. That was the RFD wind on the south side of the circulation, which is now moving just to the northwest, almost straight north of Scotts Bluff now. That circulation's moving northeast, but that RFD wind on the south side.
This is a severe weather update.
About as dangerous.
Oops, sorry about that. Go ahead. You still there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I got you now. We're again looking at this storm. You were mentioning that area there that's moved now into areas just north of Scotts Bluff. Very significant winds with that. 80 to 100-mile-an-hour winds, easily capable with this storm. And it is bowing out. We expected this to possibly happen. Sorry about that. We're getting push some different buttons here, so I don't have some things going off at the same time here in the studio. But again, we do have very significant winds with this storm. It's moving to the east, and again, is capable of producing very, very damaging winds. It did expect this, is what I was starting to say there. These storms could form into a line. Most of the forecast models were showing that, and that is coming to fruition right now. And boy, it is intense as we sit here right now this afternoon. Again, severe weather coverage here on the Rural Radio Network, brought to you by Fisher Roofing and Restoration, Nebraska Public Power District, Viero Wireless, Platte River Glass, and by Bumper to Bumper Collision Center. We continue to have significant severe thunderstorm warnings out, as significant as you're going to ever see, at 100-mile-an-hour winds and baseball-size hail. That's as much as you're going to see ever on any sort of warning of a severe thunderstorm here in the region. That's as destructive as they can go. We've got leaning power poles, trees down, snapped at the base, estimated a foot near the base of the tree. This is 6 miles east of Lyman. That's south of Morrill, and that's where some of that strong wind that you mentioned, Dan, started.
Yeah, I was just right in it, but right in front of it as that was going through there. I can imagine there's going to be some significant damage in that area.
Again, we'll start to get more reports of the damage here. Still don't have a great visual outside. Steve could see better from his vantage point, but certainly visibility still reduced here at the station. And would that be accurate?
Yeah, Bill, as of just a moment ago, there was not much, if any, hail, although radar would indicate here at the studio that we could be seeing very large hail at any moment. But just as of a moment or two ago, if there was any hail, it was very small here at our studio. But again, that radar picture looks like it could be getting very large very quick, perhaps.
It does look like there's a bit of a break in the worst of the hail core here on radar, Dan, from basically, well, we're splitting hairs here as we zoom in really far on radar, but south of Highway 26 and even maybe a little further south, maybe 20th Street South in Scottsbluff, definitely down through Gering and even down further south, almost into Banner County, the Wildcat Hills area. We are on backup broadcast facilities as our main broadcast towers are south of Mitchell, and I know we went off the air there for a brief period of time before we were able to get back on backup facilities. Those broadcast facilities and our backup are out at the Wildcat Hills area, so hopefully that area is able to sustain whatever winds are going through there as we speak as well. But boy, it is definitely this is definitely one of the more intense and not necessarily intense, Dan, but this storm sped up rapidly to the point where you couldn't even keep up with it.
Yeah, I was driving the whole time, and then it surged out from just east of Hot Springs there, or about Hot Springs, or Yoder area. It surged out. I was nonstop and could not get back in front of the thing.
Yeah, it is definitely strong. Getting lots of hail and rain being reported in the Gering area. Got 1/4 inch to half-inch hail. Getting reports of trees down in the West Overland area. Again, reports of trees down in the West Overland area of Scottsbluff. Getting reports of, well, this looks like some damage there in the Skyline Drive vicinity, as well in Scottsbluff from wind. And these will keep coming in as we get closer and the storm continues to move through. We have not heard anything out of the cities of Mitchell or Morrill yet. I know emergency management folks are in those areas. They're keeping up to date on areas. And again, this is to see windows, like you mentioned there, Dan, blown out of vehicles west of the monument when that storm went through. That gives you the magnitude of these winds when they went through.
Yeah, either the wind picking up sticks, rocks, or just the hail. There was some golf ball hail falling right then, too. But combination of all that, very dangerous conditions in your vehicle like that. Just got to be careful.
This storm is bowing out and forming into a line. It's almost connected down to that storm that's up by Hemmingford that still remains under a severe thunderstorm warning until 4 o'clock. We don't want to forget about that area. Tennis ball size hail now, likely with that storm in the Hemmingford area, still sitting in the Hemmingford area. And then this storm connects almost all the way to that north of Scottsbluff, almost up to where Highway 71 bends, just south of that. And then all the way back down along Highway 71 through Scottsbluff, through Gering, and into Harrisburg. Then there's a brief break south of Harrisburg, and another storm south of Albin, and then another one just southwest of Big Springs, or make that Pine Bluffs rather, and then new development of storms in the Cheyenne area. So we're getting reports of a lot of activity here. We've got power outages being reported now in the city of Scotts Bluff. Yes, power outages in the city of Scotts Bluff being reported here as well. So certainly a lot of activity going on here this afternoon as we continue to track these thunderstorms across the region. Again, we do have severe thunderstorms continuing across the region, and we are watching these storms continue here this afternoon on the Rural Radio Network. It's 3:53. Let's reset, and for those of you just tuning in, tell you what we have going on. We've got a tornado warning that remains in effect for another 7 minutes. This is for a severe thunderstorm. It's going to be producing a tornado near Mitchell, near Scotts Bluff, moving east at 30 miles an hour. And then, well, you can hear the rain or hail or something hitting the studio here now. Severe thunderstorms warning until 4:15 for destructive storms for central and eastern Scotts Bluff County. 100-mile-an-hour winds and baseball-size hail likely. Life-threatening situation here, folks. Considerable damage. Scotts Bluff, Gering, Mitchell, Terrytown, Minutair, Melbeta, McGrew, all in the path of this severe thunderstorm. This is an extremely dangerous situation. Tornado-like wind speeds are expected here this afternoon with these storms as they're moving across the vicinity. Again, Dan, you're with this storm now, I'm assuming. You've moved into the Scotts Bluff and Gering area. I don't have a feed available from you, but I'm assuming that's where you're at.
Yeah, I'm just approaching the Melbeta area, going to head back north. That circulation is fairly strong yet on radar, and it's 6 to 7 miles north of Scotts Bluff, crossing Highway 71 right now. If you're in that vicinity, just don't drive north.
No. Do not go north. I can see that rotation still on radar. As you mentioned, it is just north of that area. And again, that's certainly an area we're watching. This is embedded within this line of storms, but it is definitely out there in a possible rotation, as we mentioned, north and east, just a little east of 71, mostly north of the Scotts Bluff area. So again, that vicinity is where we have a possible tornado again on radar, and we are seeing that rotation still out there. But certainly the wind is going to be out in front of the rain with this storm. We're starting to get the rain here now. Probably the hail. I don't have a visibility. A little bit of hail being reported with this storm here at the station. So, boy, that is right into the region here, Dan, and we saw this coming, and it kind of escalated. Now, as it's starting to get more linear, you would expect this to turn into even more of a damaging wind threat. We've got power lines that have been reported snapped 5 miles southwest of Mitchell, and again, that's another report that wouldn't surprise you either with the way that storm moved through that vicinity.
Yeah, for sure not. But like I say, you'll probably keep getting more damage from that area. It looks like a little stronger hail core may be intensifying just on the southwest side of Gering. It's going to be very near the Monument area right now. I don't know if that's big hail in there or not, but there's a more intense area right in that spot.
Yeah, I don't know if you're able to hear that in the background, but that is whatever rain and hail is hitting us here at the station. You can certainly hear that again as that's starting to move in. Definitely that core of hail, as you mentioned, just south of Scotts Bluff, where the strongest core is. Let's see, we've got 1.25 inches of, I believe that's rain already measured in Gering from automated gauges. We're getting reports of street flooding in Gering. We've got reports of some hail in Gering. It doesn't say a size. Working on that here for us. This new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Hemingford. It's nearly stationary with now 60-mile-an-hour winds and baseball-size hail with that storm. And it has not really moved. It's still in the Hemingford area. Reports of nickel-size hail north of the airport in Scotts Bluff. 1-inch hail measured in Gering, 21st and O Streets. So the hail starting to come down rapidly in portions of Gering and Scotts Bluff. This storm, again, should be, and I say should be, moving over the area here over the Scotts Bluff Airport in just a moment. We should be able to get some automated gauges. In fact, the wind very well is likely already moved over that vicinity. So we'll see if that is the case. And if it is the case, then we should be able to get some sort of an update on wind speeds. We're getting, I've got on South Mitchell Road here, Dan, I'm just getting pictures of it looks like a barn that was destroyed or blown away on South Mitchell Road. And again, that was the area you were going through about the time that worst wind was there. And you described that as some of the most intense thunderstorm activity you've seen.
And there was some very, very intense winds going through that area right then. There was a lot of debris in the air just everywhere.
So again, these are the most significant storms that we have. Still, now here on the last radar scan or so, there's a kind of some pixelation issues with the radar that came in, so we're not seeing that.
NEB, Scotts Bluff,
We're
Gering.
not seeing that rotation now that we were seeing earlier. But again, we do see these storms once again moving into primarily now east of Scotts Bluff and Gering in terms of the wind. That hail core, though, is on behind the wind, and it looks like, for the most part, the hail core is weakening a little bit, or at least getting smaller in size. There's a hail core just east of Gering heading towards Melbeta, and then another one on the south edge in right around the Wildcat Hills vicinity. And again, these storms have produced 80 to 100 mile-an-hour winds and softball to baseball size hail. See what else we're getting here. We've got, now I'm getting photos of damage to part of a roof. Let's see. This is definitely part of a roof that is blown off of a home. I can't tell you exactly where this is located, but we're just getting pictures of that coming in. Let's see. We've got not a lot of damage being reported in the Morrill area. Lots of water, though. We've got, let's see. It looks like so far the airport has reported 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts at the airport in Scotts Bluff so far. Some golf ball size hail reported in Gering, but has already started to subside. And it's about what we can tell you from the latest that we have coming into us here from the National Weather Service. All right, let's see what else we can tell you. Got some golf ball size hail again being reported in Gering. And I think that's about it. South Mitchell Road is where that video is reported, or that home damage. We've got reports of trees down on County Road 20 near Scottsbluff Country Club. Reports just flooding in. We appreciate everybody sending those reports in to us, and I'm going to let our news staff kind of consolidate some of those and and maybe send them in to me here via Teams message, and I can pass those on as well if they're listening out in the other room. But getting a lot of those reports coming in on social media that's hard for me to keep up with. But boy, these storms were intense and they were strong out there this afternoon, and they produced some very significant wind damage with them. All right, let's see what else I've got here for you this afternoon as we continue to update the latest information. Again, we do have these significant thunderstorms moving across the region. We have a couple of things here. Let's tell you the latest. We do have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings that continue. One is for the Hemingford area. That storm now barely starting to move to the north and east. Baseball-size hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds likely with the storm. And then destructive storms in central and eastern Scottsbluff County. That warning goes for another 10 minutes as it's capable of producing 100-mile-an-hour winds and baseball-size hail here with the storm. Tempting to see if, I think 70 is the peak gust we've seen at the airport so far with this storm. As it's went through the region. Dan, you're out in this storm, heading east, I'm assuming, of the Gering area now?
Yeah, I'm going to head east on 92, east of Melvita, head towards McGrew area. Keep an eye on the very south end of this line, see if anything develops. Had to reboot everything. Hopefully my stream is back up again.
Yes, it is. We can now see it and see it working. And there we go. We have a live stream of you up. Looks like, we can see you traveling there. And again, definitely some very heavy rain being reported with these storms. We certainly don't need the hail, but boy, rain has been a premium right now, and any rain we can get is definitely good news. We just don't need it to come with any hail. I can tell you that our Main Street Market, Scottsbluff Main Street Market automated weather station there reported a peak wind gust of 84 miles an hour when that storm went over. So again, that was reported at Main Street Market in Scottsbluff. That just coming into us here. That is definitely a strong wind gust there. And that was just after 3 o'clock with that storm when it came through. So definitely the strongest winds when it came through there with that storm. Looks like the rest of those, obviously the storms have not been at yet. It's 59 degrees here at the station, 90 at Main Street Market down in Kimball. So definitely rain-cooled air in those areas. This storm continues to move to the east, and it has really formed in a line, Dan. I don't know if you've looked at radar further to the south, but this storm is definitely forming in a line now. In fact, a broken line all the way down to Greeley, where tornado warnings are in effect as well, down in Weld County in Colorado. I do have a new update real quick. Severe thunderstorm warning continues until 4:15 for eastern Scottsbluff, southeastern Sioux counties. At 4:04, severe thunderstorms were located along a line from 8 miles northeast of Lake Alice to near Lake Minnetonka to near Melvita, moving east at 35. Destructive storms for eastern Scottsbluff County. 71-mile-an-hour wind gust was observed at Scottsbluff Airport. Has a history of producing winds in excess of 90 miles an hour north of Scottsbluff. Scottsbluff, Gering, Terrytown, Minnetonka, Melvita still in the path or under the warning. These are extremely dangerous situation with tornado-like winds being reported with these storms. We have a report of 3 miles west of Scotts Bluff now of broken power poles and broken 3-inch tree limbs with this storm. And again, the automated weather station at the airport reporting 71-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So definitely seeing these storms move away. They're in less populated areas right now, not zero populated, but certainly less populated areas. And that hail core has come way down on these storms. From when it got to Scotts Bluff, Gering, it has come down considerably, which is definitely good news. That hail core has really looks like, to me, Dan, this is setting up to be a classic damaging wind type event as this continues to form into a line. Bayard, Bridgeport, downstream from this, maybe even as far south as Kimball and up into the Hemingford area, as these storms form into a line, damaging wind is going to start to become the primary threat if it hasn't already been.
Yeah, it definitely looks getting the bow echo look to it, so it's going to be widespread wind. Maybe not as intense wind as we had back there, but more widespread intense winds.
Yeah, but we see that with it picking up, marching east and forming into a line. Now, there are isolated thunderstorms behind this line, back, say, north of, northwest of Wheatland, areas such as that. Seeing back further even than that, south of Douglas, some additional thunderstorms developing there. But this storm continues to roll into the region and is definitely capable of some very, very large, certainly some large hail, and definitely capable of some wind gusts that could be at 80 to 90 miles an hour that we've already seen. And you've made it out in front of the storm now, it looks like, for the most part. It's still in some light rain, but made it out in front of the storm, Dan. And looks like even though where you're at still raining and the wind doesn't look too terrible right now anyway, it looks like you're just maybe moving into Melbeta.
I'm just going by McGrew, actually, on Highway 92. Yeah, I'm out in front of it now, and it looks like you would expect it to look like more of a big shelf bow echo look to it at this point.
Very ominous looking, obviously, but very menacing and still capable of some damaging winds. We're going to step aside. We need to take a quick time out again. We'll continue with severe weather coverage in just a moment.
Safety is one of the core values at Black Butte General Hospital. The weather in Nebraska can be unpredictable and change at any moment. It is important to know the signs of severe weather, have an emergency plan, and keep you and your family safe. Here are 3 tips for severe weather safety. Know before you go, listen to radio broadcasts for up-to-date information, and stay prepared. To learn more about severe weather safety, visit bbgh.org. Black Butte General Hospital, great things are happening here.
Head to the place where quality and value still count. ZM Lumber in Scotts Bluff. There's nothing more important than the roof over your head. And when it comes to shingles, ZM Lumber has one of the largest inventories you'll find anywhere. At ZM Lumber, they love Malarkey Legacy and Highlander architectural shingles. You know you can actually save money on homeowners insurance when you use the Malarkey Legacy and Vista Class 4 UL 2218 shingles. ZM Lumber in Scotts Bluff, your lumber one since 1971.
Ashley in Scotts Bluff is your furniture store destination in Wyoming for great values on the furniture and bedding styles you want. On their 4 floors, you'll find deals on sectionals, recliners, dining, sofas, and so much more. In the Ashley Sleep Shop, you can find brands like Tempur-Pedic, Serta, Ashley, and many more side by side, so you can find the perfect mattress for a restful night's sleep. Now in 12 months, 0% financing with approved credit, this is a great time to update your home. Ashley at 1310 West 27th Street in Scotts Bluff.
Hail. It's no problem for fender menders. With their painless dent repair as well as traditional dent repair, they are sure to get your vehicle back to looking good. You just never know when the weather might catch you out and about or when that deer might decide to run out in front of you. Remember, fender menders if you find yourself in a fender bender. Their team works directly with your insurance company, so you don't have that headache too. Start now with a simple phone call to get the process started. 308-635-7970.
Back in the Rural Radio Storm Center, severe weather coverage continues this afternoon. Brought to you by Bumper to Bumper Collision Center, Viero Wireless, Platte River Glass, Nebraska Public Power District, and Fisher Roofing and Restoration. A new severe thunderstorm just issued for southwestern southwestern Box Butte, eastern Scottsbluff, western Morrill, northeastern Banner, and southeastern Sioux counties. This new severe thunderstorm warning is going to go until 5 o'clock. At 4:09, severe thunderstorms were along a line from 10 miles west of Kilpatrick Lake to 8 miles northeast of Lake Minnetonka to near McGrew to 7 miles east of Harrisburg, moving east at 40. These are destructive storms, 80-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail likely. Bridgeport, Bayard, Minnetonka, Melbeta, McGrew, Northport, Lake Minnetonka, Bridgeport State Recreation Area, Angora, Kilpatrick Lake, Chimney Rock National Historic Site, Courthouse and Jail Rocks, Harrisburg, Reddington, Wrights Gap, Moomaws Corner, the intersection of Highway 385 and L62A, and South Bayard Junction, all in the path of this storm. Torrential rainfall also occurring. Dangerous storms with widespread wind damage. Seek shelter now inside a sturdy structure. Stay away from windows. To report severe weather, contact your nearest law enforcement agency. They will send your report to the National Weather Service office in Cheyenne. Again, we do have reports of damage across the region. We've had reports of hail damage and wind damage, especially when these storms moved into the Scottsbluff and Gering, Mitchell, Morrill areas. That's where we've seen the majority of this damage as it's moved across the region here this afternoon. Dan, these storms are speeding up a bit, now moving at roughly 40 miles an hour. And we should point out the winds are going to be out in front of the rain with this storm. It's going to be along that shelf cloud that you see, but moving at 40 miles an hour, we're going to put these storms in Angora in about 10 minutes. Probably the Bayard area now, and then Reddington before 4:30. Bridgeport by about 4:35 or so, into Alliance by 4:45, Broadwater, Antioch, all in the path of these storms as they continue to move to the east rapidly now at about 45 miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm just at South Bear Junction by Chimney Rock now, and the wind is still behind me. It's not blowing too hard to get here. It's just now starting to pick up. So it's not.
We're watching.
It looks like there's a little more intense hail core just northeast of Minnetonka, and then there's one running right down the Wildcat Hills to the south of southwest Chimney Rock.
The National Weather Service in Cheyenne has just issued a flash flood warning for northern Scottsbluff and south central Sioux counties. At 4:14, emergency management reported thunderstorms with heavy rain. 1 to 1.5 inches of rain is falling, and flash flooding is already occurring. Emergency management's reporting flash flooding caused by thunderstorms. Areas in this flash flood warning include Scottsbluff, Gering, Mitchell, Terrytown, Morrill, Minnetonka, Melbeta, Lake Alice, and Lake Minnetonka. So again, this is a flash flood warning issued for these areas. Reports of flash flooding coming in now. I don't have those specifically in front of me, but definitely some reports of that now starting to come in to the area. Let's see what we've got here. Lots of reports of flooding from the Mitchell area. Power poles down at the fairground entrance. There are rail cars on a siding that are tipped over. We've got, I know, some tree damage reported in many locations, including at my home as well. I want to thank my neighbor for updating me on that, because obviously I'm not there to check on that myself. But not at all surprised to see reports of tree damage, wind damage with these storms. Dan, we're looking at your camera here. It looks like you're turning this back towards. I recognize that look. I see Chimney Rock there, so I know exactly where you're looking at from the east of Chimney Rock, looking back at that in the South Bayard area.
Yeah, looking back west out in front of it now, and yeah, just a shelf cloud look. Going to be a bunch of wind and probably some hail, but not near as intense hail as what was earlier occurring.
So this line of storms is moving east rather quickly, and it is capable of producing some very damaging winds and also the possibility of some hail. But really, this is turning into a damaging wind threat.
The National Weather Service in Cheyenne has issued a flash flood warning for northern Scotts Bluff County in the Panhandle of Nebraska, south central Sioux County in the Panhandle of Nebraska until 7:15 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. At 4:14 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, emergency management reported thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 1 and 1.5 inches of rain have fallen. Flash flooding is already occurring. Expected hazards include flash flooding caused by thunderstorms. Severe weather has been confirmed by emergency management reported. The following impacts are expected: flash flooding of small creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses, as well as other poor drainage and low-lying areas. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include Scotts Bluff, Gering, Mitchell, Terrytown, Morrill, Minnetonka, Melvita, Lake Alice No. 2, Scotts Bluff Airport, Scotts Bluff National Monument, Scotts Bluff County Fairground, and Lake Minnetonka State Recreation Area. Turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Be aware of your surroundings and do not drive on flooded roads. Repeating, a flash flood warning has been issued until 7:15 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time for the following counties in Nebraska: Scotts Bluff and Sioux.
All right, back here in the Rural Radio Storm Center, we continue severe weather coverage. New severe thunderstorm has just been issued for southeastern Laramie County. Severe thunderstorm near Carpenter, 26 miles east of Cheyenne. Moving northeast at 20, Pine Bluffs, Egbert, Carpenter, and the Pine Bluffs Airport going to be in the path of this storm. Large hail, damaging winds, torrential rain expected. Again, quarter-size hail likely with this storm. Almost now, you can pretty much bet on some damaging winds here with this storm, this line of storms, which basically, Dan, if you look at it on radar, runs from, let's say, Rushville to Frederick, Colorado now, in a pretty much continuous line. And it is moving east at about, when it all gets consolidated and lined up here, it's moving east at about 40 to 45 miles an hour. So as it continues to drag off to the east, we're going to be looking at a ton of areas that are going to be in the path of these storms. Areas that are in the warning, Kimball eventually, Bridgeport's in a warning now, the Dix area, Dalton. These storms are going to just move through these regions, definitely with some wind, at times maybe 60 to 80 mile an hour winds. At other times, maybe 60, 50, 60 mile an hour winds. But the good news, if there is any good news, is that right now the hail cores are definitely smaller and more isolated. There's 4 distinct hail cores within that line. One is just northeast of Hemingford on that storm that quite frankly hasn't moved in 2 hours almost. There's one just north of Bayard and one, I'm going to say, west of Redington on Highway 88, and then another strong hail core near the Carpenter area in southeastern Wyoming. So those are where the hail cores are at, but there's definitely damaging winds occurring along that line in that entire vicinity.
Yeah, I'm just out in front of all that, so I'm not exactly sure how strong those winds are right now at this time, but I'm sure they're significant all along this whole line.
Yes, I would agree with that wholeheartedly, as we're experiencing some of those damaging winds here as well. We're going to step aside again here and recollect a few things. We'll be back with continuing severe weather coverage here in just a moment. Our severe weather coverage brought to you by Fisher Roofing and Restoration, Platte River Glass, Bumper to Bumper Collision Center, Viero Wireless, and by Nebraska Public Power District.
It's just about time to dive right into summer. And here at Viero Wireless, we're making sure the savings are just getting warmed up. Simply bring a qualifying trade-in today and get our best smartphones on us when you activate or renew select unlimited lines. That includes the iPhone 15 family or the Samsung Galaxy S24 series. But much like the summer, these savings can't last forever. So for the best provider of cellular and internet solutions near you, shop your local Viero Wireless today. Taxes and fees required. Additional restrictions may apply.
This is a severe weather update from the Platte Valley Bank Storm Center, brought to you by Fisher Roofing.
Nothing makes being outdoors better than having the right gear and the right crew. So here's an idea. Let Mountain Dew supply the gear and you bring the friends. Because when you buy specially marked multi-packs of Mountain Dew, you can collect points and earn epic limited edition outdoor gear. We're talking everything from custom Mountain Dew camp chairs and backpack coolers to exclusive Mountain Dew tents, fishing boats, and more. So buy Dew, collect points, get gear, and get outside with Mountain Dew outdoor gear.
Open to legal U.S. residents 18+, subject to program terms at DewOutdoors.com and install 3124, void or prohibited.
Mountain Dew Kickstart. It's 3 outrageous ingredients. Dew, juice, and caffeine in one outrageous beverage. Mountain Dew Kickstart has refreshing juice flavors like pineapple, orange, mango, orange citrus, and black cherry. Grab a Mountain Dew Kickstart.
It's a red, white, and dew summer. Try the Mountain Dew Star Spangled Splash or the Mountain Dew Liberty Chill, a blend of 50 dew flavors. In stores now, limited time only.
We all like to save money, and we all like to save time. So why not save money and time on your auto insurance? At Battle Creek Mutual Insurance, we offer a way to do both. Enroll in our EFT payment option and save 5% on your auto insurance premium. EFT makes bill paying easy, convenient, and there's no worry of late payments. Visit bcmutual.com today to contact a local Battle Creek independent agent and start saving. Battle Creek Mutual. Better together.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Granger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. An important message about your timeshare from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. Contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about timeshare cancellation.
Call 800-979-1441. 800-979-1441.
We care. We listen. We're here 24/7. United Way's 211 helpline specialists can connect you with the resources you need. Call 211, text your zip code to 898211, or visit ne211.org if you're in need of housing assistance, transportation, food, healthcare, a safe path out of abuse, and more. 24/7, 211 is here for you.
Ashley in Scottsbluff is your furniture store destination in Wyoming for great values on the furniture and bedding styles you want. On their 4 floors, you'll find deals on sectionals, recliners, dining, sofas, and so much more. In the Ashley Sleep Shop, you can find brands like Tempur-Pedic, Serta, Ashley, and many more side by side so you can find the perfect mattress for a restful night's sleep. Now with 12 months 0% financing with approved credit, this is a great time to update your home. Ashley at 1310 West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Head to the place where quality and value still count. ZM Lumber in Scottsbluff. There's nothing more important than the roof over your head. And when it comes to shingles, ZM Lumber has one of the largest inventories you'll find anywhere. At ZM Lumber, they love Malarkey, Legacy, and Highlander architectural shingles. You know you can actually save money on homeowners insurance when you use the Malarkey Legacy and Vista Class 4 UL 2218 shingles. ZM Lumber in Scottsbluff, your lumber one since 1971.
Hail. It's no problem for fender menders. With their painless dent repair as well as traditional dent repair, they are sure to get your vehicle back to looking good. You just never know when the weather might catch you out and about or when that deer might decide to run out in front of you. Remember, fender menders, if you find yourself in a fender bender, their team works directly with your insurance company so you don't have that headache too. Start now with a simple phone call to get the process started. 308-635-7970.
Back here in the Rural Radio Storm Center, we continue with our severe weather coverage brought to you by Nebraska Public Power District, Vieira Wireless, Platte River Glass, Bumper to Bumper Collision Center, and Fisher Roofing and Restoration. Severe thunderstorm warnings are out. We've got 4 of them in the listening area here, and a flash flood warning as well. I believe Steve Chose is with us here in the other studio. Steve, I have just a bit of things I need to take care of here in the background off the air for just a moment. So if you can take over and pass on the latest on those severe thunderstorm and flash flood warnings, I'll be back in just a moment.
All right, Bill, will do. There are those thunderstorm warnings in effect for areas of Box Butte and Dawes County, Scottsbluff County, and let's start with that thunderstorm warning that's in effect for areas of Scottsbluff County. This thunderstorm warning for eastern Scottsbluff County, southwestern Box Butte, western Morrill, northeast Banner, and southeastern Sioux County. That'll be in effect until 5 o'clock. Severe storms along a line from 10 miles west of Kilpatrick Lake to 8 miles northeast of Lake Minnetonka to near McGrew and to 7 miles east of Harrisburg. That was at 4:09. That's been a few minutes ago, about 20 minutes ago, when that statement was put down concerning that line of thunderstorms. These thunderstorms are, as Bill mentioned, these thunderstorms are in a line from into northern Colorado up close to Gordon. Pretty much a long line of severe thunderstorms all throughout that area. There is another severe thunderstorm warning that remains in effect until 4:45 for northwestern Box Butte County at 4:08, again about 20 minutes ago or so. This severe thunderstorm was located about 7 miles southeast of Flaherty's Corner. It would be about 25 miles northwest of Alliance. That storm moving northeast 15 miles per hour, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail with that thunderstorm warning this afternoon for northwest Box Butte County in effect until 4:45 today. A little further north of that, another thunderstorm warning is in effect for northeastern Box Butte and southeastern Dawes County at 4:17. That severe storm about 7 miles northeast of Hemingford and moving northeast at 20 miles per hour. Still a threat for very large hail with that, tennis ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts likely or possible with that thunderstorm as it moves throughout that area. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 4:45 for northeast Box Butte and southeastern Dawes County. And down in the far southeast corner of Wyoming, a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for southeastern Laramie County. That'll be listed until 5 o'clock this evening. At 4:20, that severe storm near Carpenter moving northeast about 20 miles per hour with the threat of quarter-size hail. There may be some strong wind gusts associated with that weather as well. Flash flood warning. There have been radar estimates of rain up to an inch and a half, maybe some locally heavier amounts of rainfall in areas of northern Scottsbluff and south central Sioux County, where a flash flood warning remains in effect until 7:15. Flash flooding has been occurring or is likely to be occurring in many of those areas of northern Scottsbluff and south central Sioux County. A flash flood warning that will include Scottsbluff and Gering and Mitchell and Morrill and Minutair, Melbeta, Lake Alice, and also the Lake Minutair area as well. That flash flood warning for those areas. Northern Scottsbluff and south central Sioux County, flash flood warning in effect until at least 7:15 this evening. Wasn't able to measure what we had here at the studio as far as rainfall is concerned, but I'm quite sure it was a very hefty amount of rainfall right here at the studio. As far as hail here at the studio, a best estimate of hail right here. We know there was areas that had much larger hail, more destructive hail, but here at the studio, as far as we could tell, estimating at least, the hail size here, right here at the studio at Scottsbluff was from pea to marble size for the most part, right here. A new flash flood warning has been put into effect. This covers a fairly large area. Flash flood warning just issued by the Weather Service in Cheyenne for areas of northeast Scottsbluff County, southeast Sioux County, northern Morrill County, south central Dawes County, and Box Butte County, covering a multi-county area that flash flood warning does, and it'll be in effect until 7:30 this evening. Information concerning that flash flood warning at 4:31, radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across that warned area. Between an inch and a half and 2 3/4 inches of rain have fallen. There may be areas where it might even be a little bit more than that, possibly. Additional rainfall amounts with these storms, anywhere from a half an inch to an inch and a half, are possible in that warned area. Flash flooding is ongoing or
The National Weather Service in Cheyenne has issued a flash flood warning for Box Butte County in the panhandle of Nebraska, south central Dawes County in the panhandle of Nebraska, northern Morrill County in the panhandle of Nebraska, northeastern Scottsbluff County in the panhandle of Nebraska, southeastern Sioux County in the panhandle of Nebraska, until 7:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. At 4:31 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 1.5 and 2.75 inches of rain have fallen. Additional rainfall amounts of 0.5 to 1.5 inches are possible in the warned area. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. Expected hazards include flash flooding caused by thunderstorms. Severe weather has been confirmed by law enforcement and requests they pass this information to the National Weather Service when you can do so safely. Repeating, a flash flood warning has been issued until 7:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time for the following counties in Nebraska: Box Butte, Dawes, Morrill, Scottsbluff, and Sioux.
And that's the latest flash flood warning that's been issued for a large part of the Nebraska Panhandle. Locations impacted by this flash flood warning. Again, those areas and towns affected by this latest flash flood warning, including Hemingford and Berea and Kilpatrick Lake, Box Butte Reservoir and Campground, and Wild Horse Butte as well. severe thunderstorm, or let's make that a flash flood warning. Flash flood warning for southeastern Sioux, northeast Scottsbluff County, northern Morrill County, south central Dawes, and Box Butte County, all in that flash flood warning area until 7:30 this evening. That's just newly issued. That'll be in effect until at least 7:30 this evening, coupled with that other flash flood warning that's in effect for northern Scottsbluff and south central Sioux County, a different flash flood warning area to the south and southwest of that other flash flood warning we just mentioned. This flash flood warning for those areas of Scottsbluff and south central Sioux County, northern Scottsbluff County, and south central Sioux County, that'll be in effect until 7:15 this evening. Again, severe thunderstorm warnings remain in effect this afternoon for areas of southeastern Laramie County until 5 o'clock, with the threat of quarter-size hail as thunderstorms move northeast at 20 miles per hour throughout that area. Thunderstorms were in and around the Carpenter area of Laramie County. Thunderstorm warning will remain in effect. Thunderstorm warning for southeastern Sioux County has been canceled. The thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 5 for southeast Scottsbluff County, western Morrill, northeastern Banner, and southwestern Box Butte County at 4:31. This is some newer information on that thunderstorm warning area. At 4:31, severe storms along a line extending from 7 miles north of Kilpatrick Lake to about 12 miles west of Alliance to Angora to Reddington. That line of thunderstorms moving east at about 40 miles per hour. And again, a thunderstorm warning remains in effect for areas of Box Butte and Dawes County, northeastern Box Butte and southeastern Dawes County, with a thunderstorm warning in effect for about another 6 minutes or so. That's in effect until 4:45 for storms moving through that region, capable of producing some stronger wind gusts and large hail as well. And a thunderstorm watch remains in effect for areas of eastern Wyoming, small part of South Dakota, northeast Colorado, and the Panhandle. Thunderstorm watch for that area remains in effect until at least 7 o'clock this evening. Bill. We'll keep it here for just a moment longer. Again, those thunderstorm warnings remain in effect for those areas that we just mentioned, and the threat for severe thunderstorm activity will continue at least into early evening. There are other thunderstorm watches in effect, a different thunderstorm watch area that includes areas to the east of the Panhandle. That does include areas of northern Nebraska and extreme southern South Dakota. That would include areas to the east of the Nebraska Panhandle, including Hyannis, Mullen, Thedford, the Arthur and Stapleton areas, and then Ballantyne and Ainsworth and O'Neill in that area. That region is listed in a thunderstorm watch until midnight. That would be midnight Central Time, late tonight. The thunderstorm watch that we just mentioned that covers areas of eastern Wyoming, all of the Panhandle, portions of northeast Colorado. That thunderstorm watch is listed until 7 o'clock this evening. We have a new thunderstorm warning that's just been issued.
We do. I'll give you a chance to catch your breath here, Steve. New severe thunderstorm warning out until 5:30 for eastern Box Butte and Morrill County. This is actually a downgrading a little bit, which is good news, but still a significant storm, possible with considerable damage. Severe thunderstorms from 11 miles northeast of Berea to 6 miles southwest of Alliance to near Angora to near Reddington, moving northeast at 40 miles an hour, 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This storm has a history of widespread wind damage. Alliance, Bridgeport, Bayard, Broadwater, Northport, Angora, the Bridgeport State Recreation Area, Chimney Rock, Courthouse and Jail Rock, Berea, Reddington, the Alliance Airport, Wild Horse Butte, Muma's Corner, and associated highways in that area going to be under the path of this storm. Again, capable of quarter-size hail, but the primary threat is going to be 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. I believe Dan Fitz is still with us here. Angela Philbrick, State Farm Insurance Weather Chaser Dan Fitz, which looking at your live stream right now, Dan, it looks like a picnic compared to what it was earlier. And we maybe do not have Dan there available with us, so I don't think we have anything new to report from him. So, but certainly it looks like this storm is elongated, Steve, going from really Gordon all the way down to just north of Denver, and even into Denver and further south now, starting to see some scattered coverage as well. So this storm has produced some significant damage, continues to produce the possibility of damaging winds with this storm. It is 4:42. We need to take a break here for just a moment and return to some regular programming for a moment. We will continue our severe weather coverage on 94.1 The Brand. Again, severe weather coverage continues on 94.1 The Brand. We're going to return you to regular programming now on the rest of our rural radio stations. We'll continue live coverage on kneb.tv, YouTube, Facebook if you're watching there, or on Allo Channel 15. Again, we'll continue with regular coverage there. For those of you on 94.1 The Brand, our severe weather coverage continues right after this short timeout.
Stay tuned to this station for the latest weather updates, or follow us on Facebook or Twitter.
Hi, this is Dr. Kim Walker with this week's Veterinary Viewpoint. The dog days of summer can be a blast for your furry friends, but the fun and commotion can also lead to pets going missing during these common summertime events. Summertime can be perfect for barbecues and picnics, but don't forget to keep your pet in a secure area if guests will be coming and going, as they can easily escape. 1 in 5 pets goes missing after being scared by loud noises, so be sure to keep your pet in a quiet, secure area at home when summer storms come rolling in. Loud, crowded fireworks displays are no fun for pets, who can become frightened or disoriented by the sound. Resist the urge to take them to July 4th festivities by keeping them safe at home. To prevent your pet from going missing, make sure your pet is microchipped or wears an ID tag with current information. Please call Pioneer Animal Clinic at 635-3188 if you have questions about keeping your pet safe during the summer season.
At Taco John's, we've got beef with those other places that start with frozen beef. Better beef makes better tacos. We start with only 100% American, never frozen beef in our restaurants, all day, every day. Unlike, still frozen. Well, they thought we simmer our beef with our signature spice blend we've perfected over 55 years. Also, our tacos taste better. Say no to thaw, and yes to 100% American beef. Taco John's, bigger, bolder, better beef.
Safety is one of the core values at Black Butte General Hospital. The weather in Nebraska can be unpredictable and change at any moment. It is important to know the signs of severe weather, have an emergency plan, and keep you and your family safe. Here are 3 tips for severe weather safety. Know before you go, listen to radio broadcasts for up-to-date information, and stay prepared. To learn more about severe weather safety, visit bbgh.org. Black Butte General Hospital, great things are happening here.
Happiness is earning cash back on debit card purchases. At Platte Valley Bank, we pay you every time you use your debit card. The more you swipe or tap your card, the more cash back you will earn each month. All you need is a Platte Valley Bank checking account with a debit card, and the earnings will be added automatically each month. Banking just got a little happier. Not a customer yet? Stop by one of our locations or visit us at www.pvbank.com to get started. Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
Platte Valley Bank. Member FDIC.
Attention DIY enthusiasts. CM Lumber is thrilled to unveil the newest line of Makita power tools. From powerful drills to precision saws, Makita's latest tools are designed to tackle any project with ease. And the best part, the first 25 customers to buy any Makita power tool will receive a free gift from Makita. Don't wait. Visit CM Lumber, 2317 24th Street. Upgrade your toolkit with Makita power tools today. CM Lumber, your lumber one since 1971.
For more than 165 years, F&BO has been with you where you are and ready for all your needs, both big and small.
helping you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com. Member FDIC.
Imagine a place where dreams take shape, where passion meets purpose. At the UNMC College of Nursing in Scotts Bluff, we offer more than just an education. We provide a community, a small town feel that nurtures your growth. With cutting-edge technology and immersive simulations, we prepare you for the challenges of modern healthcare. Our program is ranked 15th by the U.S. News and World Report. Your future starts here at the University of Nebraska College of Nursing in Scotts Bluff.
Attention Nebraska healthcare professionals. Your expertise is needed to ensure the safety and well-being of our fellow Nebraskans in the event of a disaster or public health emergency. If you are a nurse, EMT, paramedic, physician, behavioral health professional, pharmacist, veterinarian, or any other community member in the healthcare field interested in signing up to volunteer, visit volunteers.ne.gov. Your community needs you. Sign up to volunteer today at volunteers.ne.gov.
Paid for by Nebraska DHHS.
Quality care from renowned specialists is available to you at Morrow County Community Hospital in Bridgeport. The new MCCH Medical Spa offers BioT hormone replacement therapy, Botox, fillers, laser treatments, and other skin care services. To know more about our medical spa services, call our Professional Plaza at 308-262-7534 and make an appointment with Amber Malcolm, FNPBC. Learn more about all our specialty clinics, providers, services, and more at MorrowCountyHospital.com. Morrow County Community Hospital, exceptional care right here at home.
Hey, race fans, this Saturday, Tax Express brings the Legends back. Come see will-to-will action as Superfast Legends battle it out on the fastest quarter-mile oval in the West. We will also have the Minions, Bandoleros, Warriors, and the awesome Superstocks. Come on out to Highway 92 Raceway with the family and spend this Saturday night with us. Good food and the coldest beer in the valley. Brought to you by Tax Express and Barrett Automotive. Highway 92 Raceway, your home for fun. Be there.
At Jack's Gourmet Coffee and Snow, we love our customers. Think about us when you need to cool off. Try one of our top-selling snow cones, our caramel apple, with sour apple and real caramel drizzle on top and inside. Of course, don't forget about our super creamy soft serve. Not only can you put it in the bottom of your snow cone, but you can add it to your coffee as well. Find our convenient drive-thru with friendly, experienced staff located at 409 West 27th Street, just east of McDonald's. Jack's Gourmet Coffee and Snow. We look forward to serving you with a smile.
They're out there. 8 red 2024 Ford F-150 XLT 4x4 Super Crew trucks. And you could capture one for yourself, playing $2 Trucks and Bucks, the Nebraska Lottery's most popular scratch ticket. In fact, it's so popular, you should cruise into your nearest Nebraska Lottery retailer and pick up some tickets today. They're legendary. Trucks and Bucks top prize odds 1 in 336,000. Ford F-150 is a registered trademark owned and licensed by Ford Motor Company.
Attention all superhero parents, it's time to unleash your superpowers and protect your child from 6 different types of cancer starting at age 9. Fear not, because the HPV vaccine is your ultimate shield against this villainous threat. The HPV vaccine is safe and effective with no long-term side effects. The HPV vaccine has been in the Superhero League for over 15 years, offering a shield of defense that lasts and lasts. This mighty vaccine is like a shield, defending kids and teens from over 90% of HPV-related cancers when they get it at the right time. Talk to your child's doctor or vaccine provider about this super important cancer-fighting shot. No insurance? Ask about the Vaccines for Children program. Our superheroes stand with Panhandle Public Health District to bring you this message.
Lots of hours in the field this time of year, and you're as tuckered out as if you'd been running laps around Chris Christie. Then a tire goes down. Guess you're thankful for the rest, but you're too dang pooped to fix it. Well, here they come. Nebraska Land, Kansas Land, or Colorado Land tires on the way. Now, of course, you do have to call them. There are a lot of things at Nebraska Land, Kansas Land, and Colorado Land Tire, but they're not psychic. Find the shop nearest you on their website, thetirestore.com. Give them a ring. Always there when you need them. Nebraska Land, Kansas Land, and Colorado Land Tire. If you're out of air or need repair, these guys care.
This is a severe weather bulletin from the Platte Valley Bank Storm Center. Brought to you by Platte River Glass, Nebraska Public Power District, Viero Wireless, Bumper to Bumper Collision Center, and by Fisher Roofing and Restoration.
4:51 this afternoon from the Rural Radio Storm Center. Bill Boyer with you. Steve Chose also in studio with us this afternoon. I do have some new information to bring to you here this afternoon that we can report here. Highway 92 is being blocked off west of South Mitchell Road. There are high voltage power lines that are down across the roadway, according to the Nebraska State Patrol. Again, power crews are out and they're turning folks around at South Mitchell Road, County Road, just west of County Road 13. So again, that area is being turned around. That on Highway 92 being blocked due to down power lines. There's several reports of large trees down. The Highway 92 Union Pacific Railway crossing arms has been bent over sideways to horizontal. And again, just an impressive amount of snow or an impressive amount of wind damage being reported here with this storm. Let's update you on some more information here. We'll get you some more aftermath in just a moment. First, though, I want to bring you the latest in warnings. We have a handful of them remaining. New one just issued for portions of Sheridan County, southern Sheridan County to be exact. Severe thunderstorm warning until 5:45. This storm along the line from 11 miles south of Hay Springs to 18 miles northeast of Wild Horse Butte to 6 miles north of Antioch, moving east at 30 miles an hour, 70-mile-an-hour winds, and quarter-size hail likely with this particular storm. Again, that is for southern portions of Sheridan County. Additional severe thunderstorms just further to the south of that one. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 5:30 for eastern Box Butte and Morrill counties. Severe thunderstorms from 11 miles northeast of Berea to 6 miles southwest of Alliance to near Angora to near Reddington, moving northeast at 40. 70-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail likely with this storm as well. Again, severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Box Butte, Morrill counties. That includes Alliance, Bridgeport, Bayard, Broadwater, Northport, and surrounding areas there. And that replaced the previous warning that was in effect. Severe thunderstorm warning continues until 5 for southeastern Laramie County. That's severe thunderstorm near Pine Bluffs and Carpenter. Flash flood warnings out. This flash flood warning is until 7:30 for Box Butte, South Central Dawes, Northern Morrill, Northeastern Scotts Bluff, Southeastern Sioux counties until 7:30. 1.5 to 2 3/4 of an inch of rain have fallen. Additional rainfall amounts of 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches are possible. Flash flooding caused by thunderstorms in the Hemmingford area, Kilpatrick Lake, Berea, Box Butte Reservoir and Dam, and Wild Horse Butte. Flash flood warning also out for northern Scotts Bluff and South Central Sioux counties until 7:15. This severe thunderstorm capable of producing, this storm produced heavy rain which caused flash flooding in the area. Lots of reports of damage coming into us to the power structure, the power grid, also to other areas. Trees, a lot of tree damage, a lot of power line damage. We've sustained some damage to a broadcast tower here as well at our station, at one of our broadcast facilities. So lots of damage being reported across the region. Power is out in several areas still. The latest that we can tell you is NPPD reporting outages. We'll tell you, check their outage tracker. They're reporting quite a few outages, somewhere in the vicinity of about 2,900 customers impacted by power outages. We've got reports of power outages again in an area over in the Hague school area west of the monument, and then a larger area reported here in northern portions of Scotts Bluff. Several power outages reported in that area, the northern half of Scotts Bluff. About 2,300, 2,400 customers without power there as well. And watching this storm continue, multiple scattered power outage locations in the city of Scotts Bluff as well. But again, about 2,900 NPPD customers are without power in Scotts Bluff County. It looks like at this time. Let's see, what else can we tell you from power outages? We do know there's some issues with some other power, some rural power customers as well that are without power. Let's see if we can get you an update here from those folks as well. Again, these are definitely some very strong producing windstorms that reported here with this storm. Outages being reported, again, about 2,900 NPPD customers, and a large portion of the Roosevelt Public Power District is without power as well here at this hour, as repairs are going to need to be made with that particular power structure and power grid as well. It is 4:59, and we continue severe weather coverage here. We'll take a quick time out for just a moment, and we will return here in just a minute, and we will bring you the very latest as our severe weather coverage continues here this afternoon. Our severe weather coverage continues here in just a moment. We'll take a quick time out, a quick break, step aside, and again, we'll be back and bring you the latest in severe weather coverage. Just in front of 5 o'clock on what has been a very active afternoon of severe weather here this afternoon across the region. Still do have severe thunderstorm warnings out until 5:30 for many locations across the region. Severe weather coverage continues in just a moment.
As the weather threatens, stay with the Platte Valley Bank Storm Center on air, online, and on social media for the latest severe weather updates. Brought to you by Platte River Glass, Nebraska Public Power District, Viero Wireless, Bumper to Bumper Collision Center, and by Fisher Roofing and Restoration.
From Massac Power Sports and Trailer Sales in Gering, it's time for a new episode of Cowman and Robin.
Hey, Cowman, you been hearing about poor memories in Washington?
You mean like the big guy claiming to forget who started inflation with canceled pipelines and drilling bans? Or who opened the border for invasion on day one? Or who sent billions of dollars to Iran to start wars?
Yep, now they're trying to blame somebody else.
Well, Robin, sounds to me like a bad case of Bidenheimer's disorder. Join us next time for more Cowman, brought to you by Massac Power Sports and Trailer Sales. We sell what moves you at Massac's.
Bassett Chevrolet has all the cars, trucks, and SUVs you're looking for, like a 2020 Chevrolet Silverado Crew Cab 4x4 Z71 with a 5.3-liter V8 engine that's nicely equipped with a satin steel metallic exterior and a jet black interior. All at Massage's great price of $32,995. Bassett Chevrolet has been your competitive price dealer for over 60 years. Bassett Chevrolet in Morrill, 247-2135, or see all of their cars, trucks, and SUVs at massagechev.com.
Hold on to your hats, because the Summer Stampede Sale is charging into Murdoch's Ranch and Home Supply on June 22nd and 23rd. We're talking 40% off shorts, pants, even denim, and footwear. Plus, get 20% off pet food and feed, clothing, accessories, home decor, and ammo. But that ain't all. Snag 5% off firearms and 10% off almost everything else in the store. This ain't no cattle drive, folks. Inventory's gonna go fast. This Stampede's happening in-store only, so get going to Murdoch's.
With magnificent views and a majestic rolling landscape, Scenic Knolls Golf Course welcomes you. Located 2 miles north of Mitchell, make your way to the top course in the valley. Recent renovations and the highest quality greens in western Nebraska provide a fantastic golf experience at a terrific value. Scenic Knolls provides exciting golf for all skill levels and is where PGA Tour pro Nate Lashley got his start. After your round or anytime you're hungry, stop into Ayala's restaurant for good food and drinks. Call today and book your tee time or go online at mitchellcity.net/recreation.
Dr. Awadala is partnering with Morrill County Community Hospital Cardiopulmonary Clinic to provide pulmonary visits to treat and diagnose respiratory conditions. Dr. Awadala is American Board Certified in internal medicine, pulmonary medicine, critical care, and neocritical care. For more information or to schedule your pulmonary visit, call the Cardiopulmonary Clinic at 308-262-7822. Morrill County Community Hospital, exceptional care right here at home.
This weather update is being brought to you by the Shaggy Buffalo Car Wash. When your car or truck is dirty, you know where to go. Take it to the Shaggy Buffalo and wash local.
The locally owned and operated Shaggy Buffalo Car Wash is proud to be Western Nebraska's preferred express tunnel car wash, where they work hard every day to provide premium washes at an affordable price with genuine smiles on their faces. They say please stop by and see them at 1010 West 29th Street, located just south of the Home Depot. Their customers have spoken and they've listened. All Deluxe and Ultimate Unlimited members now have access to their complimentary towel drying service to achieve that perfect look every time. Shaggy Buffalo Car Wash. Wash local.
Hi, this is Alexandria from the Emporium Express.
And this is Lucy from Lucy's Burritos.
And we're partnering! Made fresh daily by Lucy and her amazing staff, the Emporium Express will now proudly serve these delicious burritos. Sausage, bacon, and veggie-friendly options can be found at our Main Street Market and downtown Gering Bean and Bottle location. We are thrilled to be the exclusive vendor of Lucy's Burritos in Scotts Bluff. Come down 7 days a week for your coffee fix and now your Lucy's Burrito fix. We'll see you soon at the Emporium Express, now with Lucy's Burritos.
Get everything for your next project at Menards and save big money. Get long-lasting protection for your outdoor living space with Thompson's Water Seal Clear Wood Sealer. It provides waterproofing protection for exterior wood surfaces while maintaining and enhancing the wood's natural color. You can also view our weekly sales flyer on Menards.com and check out other great deals happening this week now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Attention Nebraska healthcare professionals. Your expertise is needed to ensure the safety and well-being of our fellow Nebraskans in the event of a disaster or public health emergency. If you are a nurse, EMT, paramedic, physician, behavioral health professional, pharmacist, veterinarian, or any other community member in the healthcare field interested in signing up to volunteer, visit volunteers.ne.gov. Your community needs you. Sign up to volunteer today at volunteers.ne.gov.
Paid for by Nebraska DHHS.
Bridgman Funeral Home and Jones Mortuary would like to take a second to honor our veterans. Your service to our country truly makes you heroes. We want to say thank you by offering special rates and discounts when that time comes. Bridgman Funeral Home and Jones Mortuary are honored to share a community with you. It's truly you that makes this community great. Let the family at Bridgman Funeral Home and Jones Mortuary help you like you have helped all of us. Bridgman Family Funeral Home and Jones Mortuary salute our veterans, our heroes.
Keep your space feeling comfortable this summer with help from Menards. The Denali Air 6000 BTU window air conditioner has a 3-speed cooling system with remote control, allowing you to control the temperature of your space from anywhere in the room. You call the shots with auto and eco mode to maximize performance and save on energy costs. Stop by in-store or online at Menards.com for more great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
At Jack's Gourmet Coffee and Snow, we love our customers. Think about us when you need to cool off. Try one of our top-selling snow cones, our caramel apple, with sour apple and real caramel drizzle on top and inside. Of course, don't forget about our super creamy soft serve. Not only can you put it in the bottom of your snow cone, but you can add it to your coffee as well. Find our convenient drive-thru with friendly, experienced staff located at 409 West 27th Street, just east of McDonald's. Jack's Gourmet Coffee and Snow. We look forward to serving you with a smile.
Kenny, this new 2024 Ford F-150 XLT 4x4 Super Crew you won in Trucks and Bucks drives so smooth, even in the middle of the forest.
Jim, look over there, behind those trees. What are those?
I think they're a couple of Bigfoots.
They are. One of them's holding something. Is it a rock?
No, it's a smartphone. It's filming us, and they're coming this way.
Dude, awesome truck. We don't see many of these out here. Where'd you get it?
Playing trucks and bucks from the Nebraska lottery. You can win one of 8 red 2024 Ford F-150 XLT 4x4 Super Crew trucks.
It's a beauty.
Can we take a picture with you guys?
Yeah, but only if it's blurry. It's kind of our thing.
Trucks and bucks, top prize odds, 1 in 336,000. Ford F-150 is a registered trademark owned and licensed by Ford Motor Company.
Broadcasting from the Johnson Cashway Studios, this is KNEB-FM, KNEB-FM HD1, Scottsbluff, Gering, Wild Nebraska's new country, 94.1.
News headlines are brought to you by Marker Ag Feed, Seed, and Insurance, 718 21st Avenue, Scotts Bluff, and MarkerAgInc.com.
Man, flies are annoying, aren't they? Especially when there could be 2,000 of them sitting on each cow in your herd. This can lead to stress that ultimately cuts down into your bottom line. And that's even more annoying. Using Purina Wind and Rain Mineral with fly control can help cut down the hornfly population. And it doesn't clump up, so there's no waste. Which means you can get less of that annoying fly buzz and more of that good buzz when people see how great your cattle look. Feed with greatness with Purina Wind, Rain, and Mineral with fly control. Learn more at Marker Ag at 718 21st Avenue in Scotts Bluff. Or call us at 633-1057 or like us on Facebook.
Now, the latest from the KNEB Newsroom.
Good afternoon, everyone. Nebraska Game and Parks says the male mountain lion that had to be put down in the Fairway Estates subdivision of the Scottsbluff County Country Club was part of the big cat population native to the Wildcat Hills. Officials say the mountain lion first spotted around 1:50 p.m. Wednesday, and again more than 5 hours later southwest of the original sighting, was shot because it was an immediate threat to the public. Game and Parks carnivore and fur bearer manager Sam Wilson says the cat was part of the agency's mountain lion research project.
Mother lived in the Wildcat Hills, and so that's where the cat was, of course, south of Scottsbluff and Gering and those buttes and bluffs down there. And we originally tagged it back in May of 2023. So that's about as much information as we have on that cat.
Wilson told KNEB News the mountain lion was a year and a half old. The age young males begin dispersing from their mothers to find their own territory and potential mates. The Nebraska State Patrol is remembering an American hero on the 5th anniversary of his passing in the line of duty. Thursday marks 5 years since Trooper Jerry Smith Jr. was killed in a vehicle crash while on patrol on Highway 92 in Morrill County. Nebraska State Patrol Superintendent Colonel John Bolduck says that Jerry will always be a hero, from his dedicated career in the U.S. Army to his continued public service as a Nebraska trooper. His selfless service was incredible. From the newsroom, I'm Scott Miller.
Now the latest from the Scottsbluff Body and Paint Sports Desk. Scottsbluff Body and Paint. You're driving home our reputation.
This will be our late day update today here at the Sports Desk on the Rural Radio Network. I'm Chris Kittrell. Make sure you check out today's update of KNEB Sports over on the TV side. I recapped the Bridgeport boys basketball team camp from a couple of weeks back. They had teams from multiple states in for 2 days of summer action. Of course, Scottsbluff was there, and head coach Scott Golian says it's great to have that type of event so close to home.
Oh, yeah, you can't turn it down. Coach Circles does a tremendous job putting this together and getting different teams from different areas. So we're not really seeing anybody that we see all season. And that's the fun part, is seeing different teams in the summer and adapting to different styles of play. So really thankful to have this really close to home.
Hear more from Coach Golian, also Gering coach Trey Winkler, Baird's Michael Simons, and the host from that camp 2 weeks ago, Bridgeport Sean Starkle, on today's update on sports on KNEB.TV News. Pretty light night. In fact, no live sporting events across our Rural Radio Network Scottsbluff stations. The Pioneers got swept in a doubleheader down in Hays, Kansas last night. They get tonight off. They'll be at home at Oregon Trail Park Stadium, opening a 10-game homestand tomorrow night. Friday and Saturday action against the Australian select team. We'll have coverage both nights on KNEB at 6:20. Gering Platte Valley Company's now 14-4 after a blowout home win over Chadron last night. They'll host Casper in a doubleheader on Saturday. The Wesco Zephyrs go to the Kearney tournament this weekend. That's the latest from the Sports Desk.
Hi,
Hi, this is Sam Serta, Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto Group, Scottsbluff. We are coming up on our 7th anniversary at our Scottsbluff location. On behalf of Josh Serta, Chuck Hinkle, and Greg Ryan, we'd like to take this time to say thank you for your trusting us with your vehicle needs. We carry a great selection of clean, pre-owned vehicles, and if you don't see what you're looking for, we will do our best to find it. We want your buying experience to be as easy and pleasant as possible. So if it's time for something different, stop by and see us today at Panhandle Auto Group at 1906 East 20th Place, Scottsbluff.
July 3rd is right around the corner, and Valley Auto Locators has never been more excited to put on a show. Everything is lined up for our 4th annual truck show, and we'd love to see everyone there. 5 different categories ranging from 3/4 ton or bigger, all the way to off-road UTV. Be sure to stop by Valley Auto Locators to get pre-registered at 2620 10th Street in Gering, or any sponsor location. We can't thank everyone who helps us enough. Our gold sponsor this year is Platte River Glass, the best glass shop in the valley. Stop by and tell them thanks and check out everything they do. We hope to see you all July 3rd.
Taco John's Valuist menu always gives you the most bang for your buck. For a limited time, get our new beefy tostada with perfectly seasoned 100% North American beef for $3, or our savory new refried bean tostada for just $2, with layers of cheddar, house-made pico de gallo, and queso fresco all atop a crispy tostada shell. It's also a lot of bang for your bite. New tostadas are here for a limited time, only at Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
Trailers, trailers, trailers. That's right, Massax and Gering has trailers, and more trailers on sale. Right now we're featuring our dump trailers in stock with more on the way for spring season. Did you know that a Doolittle or Iron Bowl dump trailer is one of the most versatile trailers you can own? They're designed for heavy-duty daily work, but double as a side-by-side or a bobcat hauler. Check our full inventory of steel and aluminum, open and enclosed trailers on our website at MassacTrailersales.com. We sell what moves you at Massax.
Time now for a weather update brought to you by Regional West.
If you could pick a rehab therapy team to join, whose would you choose? That's right, you'll want to choose Regional West Rehab Therapy Team when you see the wide range of opportunities just waiting for you. At Regional West, we offer an innovative, sophisticated medical community rivaling those found in urban centers. It's an interdisciplinary team of physical therapists, occupational therapists, speech-language pathologists, and the list keeps going. Want to know more? Call us at 308-630-1586. Regional West, honoring our legacy, caring for the future.
This is a severe weather bulletin from the Platte Valley Bank Storm Center. Brought to you by Platte River Glass, Nebraska Public Power District, Viero Wireless, Bumper to Bumper Collision Center, and by Fisher Roofing and Restoration.
Back here in the Rural Radio Storm Center, it's 5:15. Bill Boyer, Steve Chose, as we continue to bring you the latest information. We've got reports coming in here from our Scott Miller, News Director Scott Miller, out and reporting some stuff. This is what I could tell you that he just reported to us, Steve, that there's a lot of damage on the western side of Scottsbluff County. Large trees have been completely uprooted. A number of pivots have been turned over, and at least one grain bin damaged. Many of the county gravel roads are flooded, and the roads department said they are closing things as quickly as they can. And again, as he mentioned earlier, Highway 92 is blocked off west of South Mitchell Road. The Nebraska State Patrol informed Scott that there was a high voltage power line down across the roadway. I did confirm that with officials from Roosevelt Public Power. Steve, they're telling us they have over 2,000 meters without power, nearly 2,900 from NPPD. That makes close to 5,000 meters without power just in Scottsbluff County alone. And apparently that line was down across the highway The good news is it was not energized at the time, but it sounds like that may have been hit by a vehicle and caused some minor injuries, or at least some injuries to the occupants, again, as that was down across the highway. So incredible amount of wind damage with this storm. Just was speaking to Angela Philbrick's State Farm Insurance weather chaser Dan Fitz, and he was telling me that when he went through that area, that Henry, Lyman, Huntley area, when he went through that area, I guess Lyman, Huntley over to Yoder, he would not be surprised at all if some of that hail through that area was 5 inches or larger, which is larger than the size of softballs. Thankfully, it sounds like most of the hail subsided a bit, was only down into the inch and a half range when it went into the Scotts Bluff area. But boy, significant amount of damage reported from wind with this storm. And again, we're seeing multiple issues here with that wind damage. And these storms continue to march off to the east. We aren't done yet as they continue to move off to the east, and they're severe thunderstorm warnings extending out into Sheridan and Garden County.
Yeah, that's right, Bill. Those are in effect that newly issued, or the latest thunderstorm warning to be issued for central, or let's make it, I guess, all of Garden County, or pretty much a big area of Garden County. This severe thunderstorm warning for that area, that was the latest thunderstorm warning to go out just minutes ago, and that'll be in effect until 6:15. Severe storms along a line from Antioch to 7 miles east of the intersection of Highway 385 and 92, moving east at 30 miles per hour. And again, that threat for very strong wind gusts of up to 70 miles per hour. That wind threat continues with this line of thunderstorms here this evening. Penny-sized hail also a threat with this severe weather as well. Oshkosh and Lisco are included in this severe thunderstorm warning until 6:15 for Garden County. And a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for southern Sheridan County until 5:45. Storms moving through that area, again capable of producing those very strong wind gusts of up to 70. And at least quarter-size hail. Southern Sheridan County, severe thunderstorm warning until 5:45. Many areas, many rural areas of southern Sheridan County will be impacted by that weather continuing on until or through this early part of the evening. And there's that thunderstorm warning that continues until 5:30. That's about 10 minutes from now. Severe thunderstorm warning until 5:30 for southeast Box Butte and Morrill County. And just shortly after 5, these storms along a line from 20 miles northeast of Berea to near Antioch to 11 miles south of the Alliance Airport to near Courthouse and Jail Rock. Storms moving east at 25 miles per hour. Again, hail maybe up to quarter size, and those very strong wind gusts have been a hallmark of this storm activity here today. The threat of 70 mile per hour winds continues with that line of storms as well. And flash flood warnings remain in effect as well through early evening. A flash flood warning in effect for southeastern Laramie County, kind of the far southeast corner of Laramie County, and southeast Wyoming. Flash flood warning until 8. Radar estimates of between 1.5 inches and 2.5 inches of rain with those storms down there, and it's still producing some moderate to heavy rain in that area. Flash flooding likely to be occurring here with that weather here this evening. Egbert, Carpenter, and the Pine Bluffs Airport in that flash flood warning area, and areas of Scotts Bluff and Sioux and Morrill and Box Butte County also in flash flood warnings until later on this evening in the 7 o'clock hour, I believe.
Did get a report here just confirmed from the National Weather Service of an 81 mile an hour wind gust when this storm went through the Alliance Airport. That was about 30 minutes ago, but again, an 81 mile an hour gust confirmed at the Alliance Airport when that storm went through. had a report earlier. This is from earlier, but we've got reports of golf ball size hail that fell in the Hemingford area. Just getting that report in from the Weather Service as well. Cars in floodwaters in city streets in the city of Gering with water up to their bumpers in some areas. Lots of uprooted trees, uprooted and downed power lines. As we mentioned, NPPD and Roosevelt Public Power District crews reporting lots of outages. They're working as quickly as they can to try to get this activity restored, but it is going to take some time to do that, as this storm is definitely producing some incredible activity. We expect this to hold together through the evening hours and then slide off to the east into the Sand Hills. Overnight tonight, we expect things to quiet back down, and then we could be in for another round of some strong thunderstorms again tomorrow, later on in the afternoon. Tomorrow maybe a slightly later show than what we had today, but certainly these storms are meaning business, and they're holding together. This whole entire line now, pretty much what we've seen with everything is it's moving to the east at about 30 to 40 miles an hour, somewhere in that vicinity, and they're moving to the east at 30 to 40 miles an hour. That's going to take them over a large real estate here, just in the Nebraska Panhandle area. If you take these storms and slide them to the east at about 30 miles an hour, you're talking about some locations still in the path of this: Gordon, Kimball, Dalton, Dix, Lisco, into the Potter and Gurley area. So again, still have some areas that are going to be impacted by this. And again, the strongest portion of it is certainly that's been in the central Panhandle, and that went through the Alliance area, the one that went through the Scotts Bluff earlier as well. Those are the ones that we're most concerned about as we see this activity slide off again to the east at about 30 miles an hour. Still would expect some of those storms to be in rural areas, but through the Ellsworth, Bingham, and Ashby area here in the next hour or so. So this is a long line of thunderstorms that have continued to produce damage with them, and they've continued to produce wind damage, a lot of wind damage with that. Now, there is activity behind this storm, Steve. There's lighter activity up in, let's say, areas like Douglas, back down south of Casper, Elk Mountain, and north of that area, and then lighter activity also into the Kimball, Harrisburg area. We don't expect any of the activity behind this main line to produce severe weather, so that is good news. And again, that is a lot of activity there happening with this line of storms. But again, once it moves off to the east, we do expect things to be a little quieter, maybe some light rain shower activity.
Again, those areas where thunderstorm warnings are in effect, the main threat is those strong damaging winds that you and Dan have been talking about, and we've certainly experienced in many areas as storms pass through the region today. And that threat of those 70 plus mile per hour wind gusts is the biggest threat concern with these areas that are remaining in thunderstorm warnings here this evening.
Yep, and that is going to continue to be the problem. Got a report of County Road 20 and County Road G in Scottsbluff County within a foot of flooding the road in that area. That's a fairly high area. County Road 20, County Road G, that would be up out of the valley a bit. It'd be just west of Scottsbluff Country Club there. So report of that coming into us from emergency management officials. Just as a side note, today actually Tim Newman's last day as Region 22 Emergency Management Director. So he's heading out and heading to Kansas with a bang today on his last day. interesting to note, we're just short of a year from when we had the last significant storm move through here last year. So, boy, this has just been one thing after another that continues. Another 70-mile-an-hour wind gust measured by a Department of Transportation station 4 miles east-southeast of Alliance. That came in from that wind gust. And we should mention earlier, we did have an 84-mile-an-hour wind gust reported with our Main Street Market weather station in Scotts Bluff, at Scotts Bluff's Main Street Market there. So that is some pretty significant wind there to be measured by that station. Occasionally those devices, as we know, tend to measure maybe a touch on the low side, but boy, that is definitely up there at 84 miles an hour. That was just after 3 o'clock this afternoon.
That storm that came through last year, that was the 23rd of June, and right here now, there were areas certainly that got very large damaging hail. And last year with that June 23rd storm, the hail here was very large, and it ruined the cars in the parking lot here at the station last year. And it didn't appear to be that case today. Right here at our studio, we had maybe, at best guess, Pete, marble size hail right here at our studio. Last year with that June 23rd storm, we had, hail that was up to tennis ball size, I think.
Yeah, and these storms have been ongoing for coming up on 4 hours here, and it's just, after 5:30 here, or coming up on 5:30. These started early with some severe activity in eastern portions of Wyoming. And again, as Dan mentioned, maybe the largest hail that he saw in the immediate area was that area just between Yoder and back towards Lyman, in that vicinity, Hawk Springs, north of Hawk Springs there in that Yoder area. Again, he said he would not be surprised if some of that hail was maybe 5 inches, 5 inches in diameter. So
that's bigger than a softball then, right?
That is. I've got my official hail chart here. I don't ever like to have to drag this out, because when it starts getting into those bigger numbers, those are areas that you don't like to talk about. But a 5-inch diameter hail, that is considered to be a DVD or CD sized hail. So when you get up into start measuring stuff by DVDs and CDs, that is some very large hail, Steve.
When Dan was out with this storm across far eastern Goshen County into those far areas of western Scotts Bluff County where a lot of that damage is being reported, it's not hard to imagine. I don't know if he had a specific measurement on wind gusts, but it's not hard to imagine that it could have been over 84 miles per hour, possibly. With some of that damage that we're seeing in those areas, power lines and so many trees blown over, even some structural damage, I think. So wind gusts were just extremely large throughout that area. Flash flood warnings in effect in the 7 o'clock hour. Those remain in effect for areas of northern Scotts Bluff County and southern Sioux County, northern Scotts Bluff and south central Sioux County until 7:15 this evening. And another flash flood warning area to the northeast of there will cover areas of Scotts Bluff County, a larger area in this other flash flood warning that covers areas of southeastern Sioux, northeast Scotts Bluff County, northern Morrill County, south central Dawes, Box Butte County. That flash flood warning extends out just a little bit further than that other one. This flash flood warning in effect until 7:30. Been reports of street flooding in some communities, including Gering and in Scotts Bluff, and there have been reports of county roads that have been certainly flooded out and flooded by very heavy rainfall from these storms as they pass through the area here today. day.
For those of you watching on our Angela Philbrick State Farm Insurance Weather Chaser Dan Fitz camera, you can follow that along anytime on our website at knebfm.com. But we have that up here right now, and you can see those borrow pits and areas to the side of the road are definitely full of water, and that is has been a rarity. And again, we are certainly need the rain and need the moisture as well. Just spoke with somebody who is traveling right into the lakeside area on Highway 2 east of Alliance, that area under the severe thunderstorm warning, and they're just now getting into the wind portion of that storm. So not at all surprised that is the case. And got a message from Tim Newman. He appreciated the shout out on the radio, but wanted to make sure we thanked Ashley Hopkins, as she has been working in the EOC here this evening in Scottsbluff County, keeping folks up to date from a Region 22 emergency management. And she'll do a great job as well, and keep us up to date. So again, this line of severe storms is still moving to the east, and it has slowed down a bit, not gonna lie. It's weakened definitely from what it was. I can tell you that. The strongest portion of the storm certainly looks like it's that activity in a couple of different locations. Near Broadwater maybe is one of the hail core areas, and then it's just a damaging wind threat outside of that. There really is no other hail cores associated with this, but that wind area looks probably strongest right now east of Alliance, that Ellsworth Lakeside vicinity. Very strong winds in there and some rotation noted, but it's just very, very strong winds that we're going to see with these storms. We're going to take another quick time out, Steve. It's 5:33 here on the Rural Radio Network, and our severe weather coverage will continue here in just a moment.
As the weather threatens, stay with the Platte Valley Bank Storm Center on air, online, and on social media for the latest severe weather updates. Brought to you by Platte River Glass, Nebraska Public Power District, Viero Wireless, Bumper to Bumper Collision Center, and by Fisher Roofing and Restoration.
Head to the place where quality and value still count. ZM Lumber in Scottsbluff. There's nothing more important than the roof over your head. And when it comes to shingles, ZM Lumber has one of the largest inventories you'll find anywhere. At ZM Lumber, they love Malarkey, Legacy, and Highlander architectural shingles. You know you can actually save money on homeowners insurance when you use the Malarkey Legacy and Vista Class 4 UL 2218 shingles. ZM Lumber in Scottsbluff, your lumber one since 1971.
Are you ready? Ready for a better cutting on your hay operation? More efficiency, more comfort. Of course you are. And Heston by Mass Ferguson is here to help. Meet the smart, efficient, reliable way to make legendary hay. The Heston by Mass Ferguson WR Series windrower. Yes, the WR 197, the WR 235, and the big dog, the WR 265. They are the machines for you. Stop by Brown Company in Troyton today and look at the machines they have on hand. Or visit MasseyFerguson.com to learn more about them. Thank you and God bless.
Attention Nebraska healthcare professionals. Your expertise is needed to ensure the safety and well-being of our fellow Nebraskans in the event of a disaster or public health emergency. If you are a nurse, EMT, paramedic, physician, behavioral health professional, pharmacist, veterinarian, or any other community member in the healthcare field interested in signing up to volunteer, visit volunteers.ne.gov. Your community needs you. Sign up to volunteer today at volunteers.ne.gov.
Paid for by Nebraska DHHS.
Going strong for 103 years, the oldest continuous celebration in Nebraska, Oregon Trail Days in Gering, July 11th through the 14th. Don't miss everyone's favorite events. Have your kids participate in the Kitty Parade on Friday morning at Legion Park. Get your best seat for the big parade on Saturday morning. And be sure to attend the carnival and try some amazing chili at the Chili Cook-Off at Five Rocks. Go to OregonTrailDays.com for more information. This ad made possible by Scottsbluff County Tourism.
Isn't it time for new windows and doors from Renewal by Anderson? With mortgage interest rates where they are right now, so many people are renovating their own homes rather than moving. And there's never been a better time to invest in awesome new windows and doors from Renewal by Anderson. Renewal by Anderson's legendary windows have been the best you can get for decades, but many people don't know that Renewal by Anderson also has incredible new ensemble entry doors and the entire Acclaim line of replacement windows, which are winning rave reviews from clients. Renewal by Anderson's windows, ensemble entry doors, and the entire Acclaim line of replacement windows will make your home so much more energy efficient on cold winter nights or hot summer days. Those new windows and doors will make your home so much more quiet and secure. We hear that all the time. Please visit rbawyoming.com to schedule a free consultation. Be sure to ask about our great offers and really attractive financing options right now. Renewal by Anderson Windows and Entry Doors. Isn't it time?
At Jack's Gourmet Coffee and Snow, we love our customers. Think about us when you need to cool off. Try one of our top-selling snow cones, our caramel apple, with sour apple and real caramel drizzle on top and inside. Of course, don't forget about our super creamy soft serve. Not only can you put it in the bottom of your snow cone, but you can add it to your coffee as well. Find our convenient drive-thru with friendly, experienced staff located at 409 West 27th Street, just east of McDonald's. Jack's Gourmet Coffee and Snow. We look forward to serving you with a smile.
Quality care from renowned specialists is available to you at Morrow County Community Hospital in Bridgeport. The new MCCH Medical Spa offers BioT hormone replacement therapy, Botox, fillers, laser treatments, and other skin care services. To know more about our medical spa services, call our Professional Plaza at 308-262-7534 and make an appointment with Amber Malcolm, FNPBC. Learn more about all our specialty clinics, providers, services, and more at morrowcountyhospital.com. Morrow County Community Hospital, exceptional care right here at home.
Transform your space with competitively priced flooring from Johnson Cashway in Gering. Whether it's a residential or commercial project, Johnson Cashway offers a wide selection from brand names like MSI, Arizona Tile, Dow Tile, Florida Tile, Mulligan, Shaw, and Cali. These product lines keep up with current trends and offer luxury at affordable prices. Johnson Cashway has everything to complete the job with flooring tools, setting materials, and an experienced staff to assist with every step of your next project. Spark a new vision for your home by visiting the showroom at Johnson Cashway, 1960 Depot Street in Gering. Open Saturdays 8 to 12. Se habla español.
Head to the place where quality and value still count. ZM Lumber in Scotts Bluff. There's nothing more important than the roof over your head. And when it comes to shingles, ZM Lumber has one of the largest inventories you'll find anywhere. At ZM Lumber, they love Malarkey. Malarkey Legacy and Highlander architectural shingles. You know you can actually save money on homeowners insurance when you use the Malarkey Legacy and Vista Class 4 UL 2218 shingles. ZM Lumber in Scotts Bluff. Your lumber one since 1971.
This weather update is being brought to you by the Shaggy Buffalo Car Wash. When your car or truck is dirty, you know where to go. Take it to the Shaggy Buffalo and wash local.
The locally owned and operated Shaggy Buffalo Car Wash is proud to be Western Nebraska's preferred express tunnel car wash, where they work hard every day to provide premium washes at an affordable price with genuine smiles on their faces. They say please stop by and see them at 1010 West 29th Street, located just south of the Home Depot. Their customers have spoken and they've listened. All Deluxe and Ultimate Unlimited members now have access to their complimentary towel drying service to achieve that perfect look every time. Shaggy Buffalo Car Wash. Wash local.
This is a severe weather bulletin from the Platte Valley Bank Storm Center. Brought to you by Platte River Glass, Nebraska Public Power District, Viero Wireless, Bumper to Bumper Collision Center, and by Fisher Roofing and Restoration.
Back here in the Rural Radio Storm Center, it's 5:40. Bill Boyer, Steve Chose with you. A new severe thunderstorm warning just issued. This is going to move out of our coverage area here shortly, but a severe thunderstorm warning for western Cherry, northern Grant, and southeastern Sheridan counties until 6:30. Severe thunderstorms were along a line from 12 miles south of Gordon to near Ellsworth, moving east at 30 miles an hour. 70-mile-an-hour winds likely with these storms. They'll be near Ashby, Watson Lake, a lot of small areas I've never heard of. Bingham, Wolf Hill, Argo Hill, and areas on Highway 2 and Highway 61. Torrential rain also occurring with these storms. Knew that was going to be an issue today as well with all of the moisture in the region. Just a ton of moisture out there. Starting to see some rebuilding of some showers and thunderstorms. Have some lightning with some new storms south of Scotts Bluff in the Harrisburg area. And then some new storms have just formed back in the Chugwater area that are starting to show some signs of of strengthening as well. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Again, if you're just tuning in, we're staying with you here during the aftermath of these thunderstorms as numerous trees, power lines, and etc. are down. I've got a report here, some video from a listener just sent in of some train cars that are blown over on Highway 26 between Mitchell and Torrington, just outside of Mitchell there. I know there's some power lines down, power pole blown over there at the Scottsbluff County Fairgrounds. A lot of areas cleaning up from some damage, whether it's trees, power poles, and again, nearly 5,000 people without power. Try to check the latest here from NPPD and see if they have any new updates on their latest outage map. It looks like their total customers impacted here still at about 2,900. So a large area of northern Scottsbluff. I know a large area of Roosevelt Public Power's district is out too. So almost 5,000 customers without power in Scottsbluff and a little bit of southern Sioux County there. So a lot of you may be listening on a battery-powered radio, or you're watching us or listening to us on a cell phone. We will stay with you here and keep you up to date. I can tell you if you're watching on our video, on our stream there at kneb.com, on our Facebook page, we're streaming on our YouTube channel, on Allo and Mobius as well. So if you're watching in any of those areas, we're keeping an eye on this. Dan Fitz is out and not exactly sure where he is at right now. I could find out for you and let you know, but he's tracking some of this activity that he continues to see. It looks like he is south of Gering right now on some county roads is where he's at. So definitely a windy day with these storms as this continues here across the region. Steve, that warning up in Sheridan County, I see a new 65-mile-an-hour wind gust just reported with that storm. So unfortunately, it looks like we're in for another round of this again tomorrow. Let me tell you what we're getting from the Storm Prediction Center, just getting a new update here. It looks like the primary hazard is going to be wind gusts, they're saying, with storms. Continuing to watch these strong storms moving off to the east. And the activity further to the north is going to be a severe wind threat as well, with 70-mile-an-hour winds, 80-mile-an-hour winds reported in the Alliance area. That's going to continue to go and produce some activity further off to the east. So severe weather threat continues till 7 o'clock tonight is the expiration time of our severe thunderstorm watch.
In a severe storm, Bill, if you look on the radar, there's a severe storm prompting a tornado warning. This is a little further down the road in north central Nebraska, but a tornado warning is in effect for a part of Rock County, west central Rock County. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado south of Bassett, moving east at 10 miles per hour, and there was a report from Emergency Management and Fire Rescue in Brown County of a tornado that was confirmed on the ground about 8 miles south of Long Pine. That's that part of north central Nebraska. That was, if I'm reading this time signature right, that was at about 4:47 today as that storm passed through that region. So that cluster of thunderstorms up in that part of north central Nebraska is certainly producing some severe weather as well.
Yeah, very active day of severe weather. We appreciate everyone tuning in to us here, and we're going to do our best to keep you up to date. Again, these storms are starting to push east out of our main listening area, so we're going to return to regular programming here in just a few minutes. But we will continue to update you if we get additional information or anything new severe is issued. Right now it's just Garden County and then far eastern Sheridan into Cherry County that's under these severe thunderstorm warnings. That Garden County warning until 6:15. Storm located from near Ellsworth to 7 miles north of Lisco. Going to move into Oshkosh and surrounding areas. This line of storms continues to spread out a bit, and as it moves to the east, the main line of this storm moving about 30 miles an hour or so. Really going to go over some pretty isolated areas. Bingham, Lisco, Hyannis would be some of the areas still in the path. Oshkosh eventually as well as this activity moves further to the east. But as of right now, the warnings in our immediate area are starting to dwindle a little bit. It'll be interesting to watch that storm back near Chugwater. That atmosphere's certainly been worked over from earlier, as again we had 4.5-inch diameter hail reported from Dan Fitz earlier with that storm again back in the Yoder area.
And those flash flood warnings remain in effect also for a little while longer this evening for the southeast corner of Laramie County in Wyoming. Flash flood warning until 8. Then a flash flood warning for northern Scottsbluff and south central Sioux County until 7:15. Then a flash flood warning for a larger area, as we've been mentioning. This flash flood warning for areas of northeast Scottsbluff, southeastern Sioux, northern Morrill, south central Dawes, and Box Butte County. Flash flood warning there. That'll be in effect until 7:30 this evening.
Again, it's 5:48 here at the Rural Radio Storm Center. Just checking here with the National Weather Service in Cheyenne. They have no active severe thunderstorm warnings for the first time in hours right now. They are seeing some isolated to scattered showers along some outflow boundaries and a storm going up, as we mentioned, near Chugwater that they'll be keeping an eye on. But as of right now, no active severe thunderstorm warnings in effect from the National Weather Service in Cheyenne. Those 2 warnings that are out are from the National Weather Service in North Platte. Now, tomorrow, we mentioned another day of severe weather in the same similar areas right now, areas that are most at risk tomorrow. It looks like it's going to be the same general vicinity and along in the northern half of the Panhandle and about from areas, say, from Cheyenne up through Alliance and north of that vicinity. So again, another active day possible again tomorrow. Then things should quiet down immensely as we get some of this moisture out of here and get it replaced with some drier air that's likely going to settle in and hopefully calm things down for a couple of days, and temperatures are going to warm up this weekend as well. We could be flirting with 100 degrees by early next week. So a little bit of everything out there here in the next several days. But certainly this is a day that we needed to get some rain, and we did. And unfortunately it came with some damage, and especially from wind damage in some areas. Looks like 0.45 of an inch of rain reported at the airport with this storm. I'd have to go back and check, but that might be more rain, Steve, that we've had at the airport than we've had in the previous 30 days combined.
And it's been pretty scarce for a while now.
So, again, 4,500s reported there at the airport in Scotts Bluff with that storm. Lesser amounts in Alliance, but that hasn't fully reported yet when the storm went through there. So, definitely some much needed moisture, and it looks like about a half an inch maybe in the Gordon area already as well, and their storms continue to move across that region. Again, severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect until 7 for the entire area. It's just in front of 6 o'clock. We're going to send you back to regular programming. If additional warnings are issued or there's additional information to pass on, we will continue to bring it here. We will continue some of our live coverage on our YouTube and social media live streams. That will continue as well. But severe weather coverage here on 94.1 The Brand. We're going to step aside and get you back to regular programming for a bit. And again, we will update you as we have more. Steve, appreciate the help as always. And we'll go work on some cleanup for a little bit.
All right, Bill. Thank you.
You bet.
As the weather threatens, stay with the Platte Valley Bank Storm Center on air, online, and on social media for the latest severe weather updates. Brought to you by Platte River Glass, Nebraska Public Power District, Viero Wireless, Bumper to Bumper Collision Center, and by Fisher Roofing and Restoration.
Get ready, Wyoming. Coming to this year's Box Butte County Fair, it's Connor Smith.
You said take it slow, I know.
Saturday, August 10th. Doors open at 7 p.m., showtime at 8 at the Box Butte County Fairgrounds in Hemingford. Connor Smith, Saturday, August 10th at the Box Butte County Fairgrounds in Hemingford. Don't wait. Ticket prices go up July 1st. Get your tickets now to save $10. Go to the Box Butte County Fair website, bbcofair.com/concert.
Safety is one of the core values at Box Butte General Hospital. The weather in Nebraska can be unpredictable and change at any moment. It is important to know the signs of severe weather, have an emergency plan, and keep you and your family safe. Here are 3 tips for severe weather safety. Know before you go, listen to radio broadcasts for up-to-date information, and stay prepared. To learn more about severe weather safety, visit bbgh.org. Box Butte General Hospital, great things are happening.
Show. There are going to be lots of live music and even a duck pin bowling tournament at 10 on Saturday. Food trucks open at 10:30, serving great food all Saturday. The Car Bowl has something for the entire family, so mark your calendars now. The Potter Car Bowl in Potter, Nebraska. More than just a car show.
We care. We listen. We're here 24/7. United Way's 211 helpline specialist.